To just behind we go to NG Zara, great touch, and also out the back is Miss Draw. They go for home. Subic Bay's got to the lead, trying hard as Cheap Shot Matty. Subic Bay will take the sprint title, gets the win there from a Cheap Shot Matty. Then we go to Vito Baxter's got through for third ahead of Ours Girl. Then on crossing to Effective Power, just in behind here, Angie Zara, great touch, and Miss Eldora. 17.57, nowhere near his best, but it doesn't matter. Gets the win and gets the sprint title, gives Lisa Ahern 2 wins. She picks up another 3 wins, and it's all half price drinks here on course. I can turn the on course mic off now that I've made that announcement. 6, 7, 4 and the 5. Good run by Cheap Shot Matty. Just came across, I thought he was going to get squeezed up there, Subic Bay. He did hit Ours Girl going around that first corner, but he was able to get over to the inside and got through, and well done to Lisa Ahern, the Waypoint Syndicate, making it 4 in a row, win 27 off 63, and picks up the vital points. 17.57, 6, 7, 4 and 5. We've got a run home there of 10.65. 1 3/4, 3 1/4, a half. And confirming 6, 7, 4 and 5. That lead up has gone up at 6.92, but just not 100% sure on those times, just making sure that they are all good for race 3. Well done to Subic Bay by Magic Sprite out of Jado's Neglect. What a wonderful season it has been for him. Good run by Cheap Shot Matty. Another honest performance, in Vito Baxter getting home late for that 3rd placing. On to race number 4. And the Dopey Dog laser engraving for the class 4 and 5s to kick off the second treble tonight. Time to go here, Ryan, at 5.56. Well done. You found the value in Subic Bay, and we'll take out the sprint of the year for Lisa Ahern.
Thanks, Daryl, and I'm picking a busy night for Wanganui taxis if Lisa Ahern continues her winning ways. Subic Bay 210, $1.40. Still think that's great money. Cheap Shot Matty 270, Vito Baxter $1.50. 4 in a row for the Super Greyhound. Now Sprinter of the Year, 6 and 7, $7.70. 6, 7 and 4.50, $5.60. The first 4, 6, 7, 4 and 5, $279.50. Tabby Trackside 1, we're off to Addington for the first this evening. Race 1 on meeting code 8, and it's a beautiful evening at Addington. It's going to get chilly tonight. 7 to go round in the Christchurch Casino Mobile Pace. Greg O'Connor Freedom Fighter is the gelding by Courage Under Fire, has won 1 from 4 and opens up favourite $2.60.
It should be pretty competitive in this race. 321.80. John and Robert Dunn do combine. We've spoken to John a couple of times about this guy. Look, he won fresh up. He made the lead and he was too good. John is pretty convinced he's a better follower of speed, although from barrier 4 over the 1950, he's hardly going to be off the speed, one would imagine. He's a good chance in the race, as is Cruisy Dude, $3.30, $1.30, $2.61.40 tote favourite. Past the Spates, who was late scratched last week, was very unlucky behind stablemate Luciano in the heat of the Macca Lodge south of the Waitaki. If he goes as good again here, then he'll be right in this as well. And McClinchy, who has the services of Katie Cox, one of 2 in the race for Ken Barron, the other being a legal immigrant. McClinchy's more than capable of being in the fight here as well. A last start 4th, beaten a length behind Order Online, and that was, of course, last Sunday. Inside 5 minutes out, we've got a longer interview with Brendan Hill about his team from race 3 on, but here's what he had to say about Cruisy Dude going around in race number 1. Brendan, I know Cruisy Dude's a work in progress at the moment, but gee, that was a good performance here last time.
Surprised us a lot, actually. He's come a long way, this horse. He's just got better and better and better, and Ricky was just going to duck the fence, but he said he's travelling so good, he hooked him out, and look what he did. He just flew home, so he's getting better and better.
Yeah, he made up a lot of ground on that occasion. Nicely drawn up tonight. Where would you like to see him in the run?
I'll leave it up to Ricky, but obviously he'll come off the switch and you know, be in front or trailing and be handy to the pace, and yeah, he should be very hard to beat. He seems to have come through that run really well, and he's only here because of the free win. We'll try and grab that, and then he deserves a good break.
So that's Brendan Hill talking about his stable runner here, Cruisy Dude, the Real Desire 3-year-old, with RT May sitting in the bike. He's the favourite for the Stonewall Star Drivers Challenge. He has the 7 drives, and at last look was $1.90. John Dunn has 8 drives. He's $2.30. Now, I know it's only race 1, but this contest between these two may well be decided by the first. If Cruisy Dude beats Freedom Fighter, or the other way around, that might be the most significant part to play. We've got a group betting there, Cruisy Dude, Past the Spates and McClinchy, with Cruisy Dude being the favourite there. So 3.5 minutes out from a start. Got the impression from Brendan that Cruisy Dude would be coming off the machine, or off the switch as he said, and if it is able to cross Clifton Tactic, which you'd imagine wouldn't be too big an issue, then does he stay in front, or does he hand potentially to a Freedom Fighter or McClinchy and then take his chance up the lane? Over the 1950, Christchurch Casino Mobile Pace, of course that's the venue for tomorrow night's Harness Awards. It's annual conference time in Christchurch, and the awards tomorrow night. Plenty of interest there. The main interest though around the big award of the night. Who will be the Harness Horse of the Year? One for the Pacers, being Have Faith in Me, and of course for the Trotters, Mombay, the 7-time Group 1 winner for the season. Mombay won 13 from 15. And of course, Have Faith in Me, well, he won 3 big Group 1s, including the Auckland Cup and the Miracle Mile. Of course, he won the Chariots as well as the Group 2 Paleface Adios. So that's the big battle. The premierships, well, the driving premierships been won again for the 8th or 9th time for Dexter Dunn. I must look that up. Beating Blair Orange, who's finished on an all-time high of 122. And of course the All-Stars going into this weekend with an unassailable 8-win lead. So 2 minutes out from a start. Sold out. It's been sold out for a wee while. That function tomorrow night to celebrate season 2015-16. Mark Mack's upstairs for his thoughts around race number 1. It's going to get cool here tonight, Mark, but no wind and some really good fields, and isn't it building? Each and every year we have the Macca Lodge trained south of the Waitaki series. They've supported it well. The club said if we get over 10, I think it was, we would race for 13,000. They've achieved that, and therefore we will be racing for a terrific stake tonight.
Isn't the story of July? Good evening to you, Greg, and everybody. Firstly, Brendan McClellan, what a month he's had here.
Yeah, it's been terrific to have him up. Highly talented horseman, as we all know, and he's targeted this series, and good luck to him. We saw Tack Tate last year, was it? That last year? Look what he's done in Australia. So a decent sort of a horse can come out of this series, and with no racing basically from the Fulbury meeting in July, the last one about, 2 weeks ago. It gives them an opportunity to come up here, race against like horses for good money.
And he's brought a big team up, so much so Past the Spates is going around in the first race tonight. And
well, he was unlucky, Mark, because he had to start in 2 heats. That's the rules, and of course he got scratched last week, so that meant he was ineligible for the final, so that's why he's in here.
He's capable of rolling these with the right run too, the way he finished last week, but it's a good field. As you said, it's a good night of racing, and strong fields right across the course of the meeting, and Ken Barron has 2 in the first, with Ken driving Illegal Immigrant in the red cap, Katie Cox the white cap on number 6 McClinchy, and RJ with 2 in 2, RJ Dunn. John Dunn the white cap on number 4 Freedom Fighter, and Gavin Smith maroon cap on Alison Stocky. Coming forward, first of the night, Christchurch Casino Mobile Pace, just confirming 2 late scratchings. One came out much earlier today, that's out of the Macca Lodge train south of the Waitaki series final, number 10 Gangnam Style, and race 9 number 11 Rocketeers come out late too, and that being a stand means there'll be no move up from the numbers declared this morning, so only 9 off the front in the last for that stand with number 11 Rocketeer, a late scratching. This is the first though. 10 races, first of 18 across the course of the racing weekend. But we kick things off with a Friday night at the Met. Green light, racing. Cruisy Dude goes away first to lead. Illegal Immigrant's gone forward to be second from Past the Spates. Fourth on the inside is Clifton Tactic, and a length and a half Freedom Fighter, followed by McClinchy. And Alison Stocky's back at the tail end. Illegal Immigrant gets down to lead by 2 lengths. Second trailing the speed Cruisy Dude, and a length and a half away third Past the Spates. But the length and a half back fourth is Clifton Tactic, and 2 lengths to Freedom Fighter. McClinchy's away from the pegs and a length and a half to Alison Stocky. Lead change up front with the lead time in an even 24. Cruisy Dude's gone out and around Illegal Immigrant and leads into the lane the first time by a length and a half. 2 away third has passed the Spates and Clifton Tactic fourth. Another 2 lengths McClinchy from the stablemates. Freedom Fighters over on the inside of Alison Stocky. Cruisy Dude leads the way. Illegal Immigrant in the trail second, and past the Spates comes away from the inside to park up. 3 back on the pegs is Clifton Tactic. McClinchy fifth and 1-1. And then Alison Stocky and Freedom Fighter. First quarter in 30.8, and Cruisy Dude gets out to the 1,000 metre mark and leads Illegal Immigrant in the trail. And just a little bit keen in there too. A head away third past the Spates, and 3 back the inside Clifton Tactic. McClinchy fifth and a length and a half Alison Stocky. 2 lengths away last is Freedom Fighter. So the favourites are first and last as they get to the half. And Cruisy Dude leads it. Length and a quarter past the Spates. Leaders back third, Illegal Immigrant, and a length away fourth, McClinchy from Clifton Tactic, who's fired up in the pocket. 3 back the pegs too. A length and a half Alison Stocky, and last of all Freedom Fighter. Second quarter 30.3. 61 and 1 for the half by 50 metres to go. And Cruisy Dude and Ricky May by a length and a quarter over past the Spates. Waiting on the Terratile at Pine Leaf Farm passing lane is Illegal Immigrant. And then came McClinchy, followed by Clifton Tactic, and then Alison Stocky and Freedom Fighter. Cruisy Dude still has it, 300 to go. Past the Spates, half a length away. 3 wide McClinchy. Illegal Immigrant waits to come through. And then Clifton Tactic, Alison Stocky and Freedom Fighter. Third quarter in 30.1. Illegal Immigrant darted up on the inside. Hasn't quite got to Cruisy Dude yet, but there's not much in it. Out wider past the Spates. It's still Cruisy Dude. Past the Spates, Illegal Immigrant, McClinchy. Cruisy Dude, they won't get him. Cruisy Dude, oh yeah. Cruisy Dude won it from one of the Barron pair. It's either McClinchy or Illegal Immigrant running second and third. It'll be one of those 2 orders. And then came past the Spates, Freedom Fighter, Alison Stocky, and Clifton Tactic as the last one in. Number 2, Cruisy Dude. $4 for the win, $1.80 for the place. Kept lifting all of the way home. Illegal Immigrant getting that inside run, 27.5 the last quarter, 158.7 the last mile. The photo for the minors between 6 McClinchy, 267. Illegal Immigrant is paying $6. There'll be no third dividend with only the 7 runners in the first race, and past the Spates will run fourth. It looks as though McClinchy might just get up to run second. There's not too much in it. Big group of owners. Sonia Hutchings, also Elizabeth Davies, Justine Fisher, Glenda McHugh, Annika Smith and Lynn Fisher. Race the winner of the first, and a good start for the night. Brendan Hill, a strong team in. Ricky May with the drive, and Benny's on the board in the best way possible with those runners yet to come, Greg.
Yeah, and he gets that penalty-free win. That was his idea. 3-year-old by Real Desire, win 2 at start number 9. 92 for the season for the man in the bike, RT May. And you just get the impression with this horse, he's still learning. There's still a bit of scope there, and he's managed to hold on and hold them comfortably. Here's the call.
Lynchy. And third, 7 Illegal Immigrant. Fourth has gone to 3 past the Spates. From 4 Freedom Fighter and 8 Alison Stocky. 2, 6, 7, 3, 4, 8. The margin's half a length, half ahead, 1.5 lengths. Winner's time was 2:22.8, a mile rate of 1:57.8. The last 857.2, last 427.3.
Cruisy Dude, nice drive, Ricky May for Brendan Hill, and atoned after that break early last week. $4 and $1.80. 2, 6, 7 and 3 the numbers. $4, 180, 260, no third. 2 and 6, 930, 2, 6, 7, 111.80, and 2, 6, 7 and 3, $409 even. Cruisy Dude beat McClinchy and Illegal Immigrant in the first. From Addington, we head north to Alexandra Park to set the scene in Auckland. It's been windy and rainy in the last couple of days. Showers clearing, strong westerlies easing, and the track in easy conditions. Been a few heavy showers throughout the morning. Hopefully they are gone. All clear in the first 2 races. Dunker out of race number 3, scratch the 6th. 4 Spring Campaign out of race 4, scratch 7, San Rico Bay out of the 5th. take out one very persuasive 7 Foray and 8 Mum's Pride out of race number 6. All clear races 7, 8 and 9. And of course all clear in the 10th. Just under 6 minutes out from Alexandra Park. Very good evening, Craig DeWale-Thompson. Craig, it looks a lot nicer there than it did around this time last weekend. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Ryan. Welcome to Alexandra Park, and I can tell you, yes, it's considerably better than it was here in the last 48 hours, and a week ago tonight we had some torrential rain. Tonight we've got a very strong headwind for the horses up the home straight, but other conditions overhead are relatively fine, so I'm expecting good times here at the park tonight. Smallish fields, good racing. Unfortunately we lost Mum's Pride out of our feature trot, Ryan. It's got a miss, so that's disappointing, and Foray's come out of that trot as well. My best bet of the night, New Year's J. I thought outstanding first up at the park, drawn inside the stablemate who opened the favourite last night and hugged the win. So I'm going race 7-3, New Year's J. Zach Butcher will catch up with him prior to the first tonight and talk about his drives. And my multi tonight, going through a horse that's heading to Australia in Temporale first up, through your New Year's J in race number 7. And like Chevron's Easy on the back of a very good win last week in race number 8. So that's option 503, 507 and 508, $20, around about $180 return for those 3 horses. Race number 1 starts off a treble and also a double. It's the Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace. Field of 8 in the first, and a good field here. With the horse that's been in career best form in Whitecliff Chapel, chasing 4 in a row. She's absolutely flying, and what's putting her in favour is that she's got such good gate speed, even from barrier 5. She's led over the 1,700 metres in the last 2 starts, and I have no doubts that Andre Putin will look to go forward again with a filly by Mach 3. So deserves to be favourite. $2.80 the book, $3 the tote. Real improver in the last probably 6 to 8 weeks, this filly, and she's certainly beaten fields as good as this, if not better. The last start behind Raka Razor, they went about a 156 mile rate, so I expect her to be very hard to catch if she finds the marker pegs first. Dangers are Bronze Over and You and Me Babe. You and Me Babe had a gallop last start. That was a stand. Back to a mobile tonight. If they go very hard, she'll be the big beneficiary of that, because at $11 she's backable. She's a horse that follows a quick tempo and can get home strongly. She chased home Whitecliff Chapel 2 starts ago. As I say, she galloped last start. Forgive her that run. She's got a personal best of 240. She can be right in it here, runner number 8. Bronze Over was good last week. Used the passing lane to get home and beat Mr. Euroman. That form's been franked. Mr. Euroman went on to win a week later. So Bronze Over must go in the mix as well. And I found a spot for Glitzy Gal and Todd Mitchell. Around about the $18 mark. Mare by Better's Delight. Of course, she led them up in that junior drivers race last week at Cambridge and got run down late, but they did run a bit of time and she got off the gate quite quickly. If she could get in behind a horse like Whitecliff Chapel, get a nice trip in the trail, she's a first 4 shot. So for me it was 5, 6, 8 and 4, or 5, 8, 6 and 4. Aaron's with 5, 6, 8 and 1. Zach Butcher takes the drive on the Ray Green trained Killer Queen. Zach, thanks for your time. We've got 3 drives. Talk about Killer Queen in the first. A bit of an awkward draw and not a bad field.
Yeah, not a bad field. There's a bit of gate speed inside of it too, so we're going to need a wee bit of luck early, but might try sort of manoeuvre our way into the race at some point today. You know, she sort of hasn't had a lot of luck getting into it lately, but hey, it's going to be tough to win, but we'll give her a chance.
Yeah, she's at double figure odds, Killer Queen, $11. Filly by Rock and Roll head of it out of Party Girl Becky. She had a pretty long season. She raced through the Christmas period and was racing really well. Probably got another 1 or 2 starts probably tonight, and then they may look to turn her out into the new season. The rising 4-year-old Killer Queen, winner of 4, $11 if you like her tonight. Aaron, what does I say? Very good evening to you. A minute and a half out from race number 1 tonight. Disappointing. We've lost a couple of late scratchings tonight. Mum's Pride has come out of our feature trot tonight. That's been a little bit disappointing. We had another one earlier in the night as well, but a couple of the races very, very even, including the maiden race in race number 3 tonight, race number 4 tonight, and a race I'm very, very keen on. I know it's a small field. Race number 7, the Barry Purdon duo of New Year's J and Hug the Win take on the Tony Hurley pair of Better's Pocket and Hank Bromack.
Be a nice night, isn't it, for our season finale for the Auckland Trotting Club. A very good evening to you, Craig, and everybody around this great nation of ours. And yeah, looking forward to the program. And we start with a pretty nice race here too. The first on the card, in the way of 5, 6, 3 and 1, Whitecliff Chapel. She's put together 3 wins in pretty good fashion over many of these as well. 6 bronze overs win 2 weeks ago was very good to suggest she's a big chance again today. Jessica Bromack raced well in maidens prior to claiming her maiden success in pretty good fashion, and the fire alarm race, of course, that was back a couple of weeks ago. David Butcher for the Blanchards and Kate Black with a nice draw. Is likely to get a lovely trip from there tonight, Craig, an each way chance. Cherry Bay's not the worst. She comes off the Unruly. She was a workout winner last week, sub 57 for her last 800 metres. So, yeah, tidy wee race. You and Me Babe's not the worst in this either. I'll put them in, though, 5, 6, 3 and 1. Yeah, Temporale for me. He's one of my bets of the night also here tonight, Craig, in race number 3. He was pretty impressive a couple of weeks ago. And we also made Zach Maguire one of the bets of the night tonight as well. Race 9, horse number 4 in that 7th event. Yes, you say just the 5 runners there. It'll be a wee bit of a tactical affair over the 1700 metres. Interesting wee race that will be at 8:46 is leg 4 of the Turbo terminating pick 6. It's a season finale, Craig. It certainly has been the season of the fabulous 4-year-olds, hasn't it? Have faith in me. Monbay, have faith in me in the Trillium Trust Auckland Cup, giving all of his rivals a start. Monbay, that magnificent the runners come forward and behind the yellow bar arm for the first of 10 tonight. The Grand Park Restaurant, Fillies and Mears over the 2200 metres. Kate Black's drawn down on the inside. Cherry Bay. We'll start from barrier 2. Jessica Bromack, a nice maiden winner a couple of weeks ago. Glitzy Gals in 4 as they work into the lane. 2 1/4 laps. Cherry Bay just wanting to throw the head around as we're just about there. Starter Frank Phelan activates the green light, and the Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mears are underway, and Cherry Bay has galloped from the mobile here. Bronze over Whitecliff Chapel, first 2 out. Bronze over does cross Whitecliff Chapel, who in turn has crossed Glitzy Gal, who's 3 back on the markers as they scoot around the stables corner. Then Jessica Bromack, Killer Queen, Kate Black, You and Me Babe, and Cherry Bay back to her old ways after coming off the Unruly. She's galloped from barrier 2, and she's 5 lengths detached last. Into the back they go. And bronze over Joshua Dickey leads by a couple. Whitecliff Chapel gunning for 4 successes straight. Andre Potama's got the leaders back, and 3 back as Glitzy Gal is striding forward. Killer Queen up on the outside. There follow Jessica Bromack and Kate Black, You and Me Babe and Cherry Bay. Back last, 42 and 8 was the lead time. Grand Park Restaurant, Fillies and Mears, they turn off the back and sweep across the showgrounds turn, and Killer Queen now on top for Zach Butcher. Whitecliff Chapel's away from the markers to sit out Park second. Bronze over now trailing, and they're followed by Glitzy Gal, 3 lengths away Jessica Bromack. They're followed then by Kate Black, third last. Simon Lawson doing the driving on. Kate Black, You and Me Babe and Tony Cameron second last, and Cherry Bay and Jack McKinnon the last. 30 and 2 was the opening quarter. 1100 to go in the Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mears as they run by the Grand Park Restaurant now, and Killer Queen to stride into the final circuit over Whitecliff Chapel. Bronze over Lovely Run third, trailing Glitzy Gal 1-1, 2 lengths Jessica Bromack. Then came Kate Black. There followed well back You and Me Babe second last, and standing the lead a good 7 lengths with 800 left to pace, and Cherry Bay the last, second quarter 29.6. Killer Queen into the back, leads by 3/4 Whitecliff Chapel. Bronze over Joshua Dickey will wait the passing lane, and Glitzy Gal 1-1. Jessica Bromack and the Chief David Butcher 3 back on the inside, a length off that to Kate Black. The last pair, Cherry Bay, the inside of You and Me Babe. 500 to go as they turn off the back straight. In front still, Killer Queen. Up on the outside, Whitecliff Chapel. Then came Bronze over Glitzy Gal and Jessica Bromack. Back straight quarter in 29. Further back is Kate Black and Cherry Bay. You and Me Babe homeward bound. Killer Queen going nicely. Bronze over about to get the passing lane. Drifting out of it, Whitecliff Chapel. Glitzy Gal's got around her, and then Kate Black homeward bound. Killer Queen, Bronze over. 2 lengths Glitzy Gal, Jessica Bromack. You and Me Babe is late down the outside over the top of Kate Black. It's stable stablemate though, rips through on the passing lane again. Bronze over to get to Killer Queen, and Bronze over to take the first. She goes back to back nicely. Over Killer Queen, a break of 4 lengths, You and Me Babe, and then Kate Black in for a fourth. They were followed by Glitzy Gal. Back in the field to Jessica Bromack, Cherry Bay, Whitecliff Chapel, the last 28.8, the final quarter, 57.8 the half. The overall time, a beauty, 240.6 for this time of year. Good time. Bronze over. Change over filly at a Bronze Lady. Driven nicely off the gate by owner Joshua Dickey. Co-trainer along with John, and in the sulky did what he did a couple of weeks ago too. Secured the lead, then handed up to the right horse, passing lane, and win. Killer Queen, she boxes on bravely here for a second. You and Me Babe for third, and Kate Black looks like she'll just get up for fourth in front of a Glitzy Gal to open the night with the Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mares.
Official placings, race 1, the Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace. 678-143, 678-143. Horse 6, Bronze Over, pace the 2200 metres in 240.57. It's a mile rate of 157.4. Last 857.8, the 428.8. The margins, a neck, 5.5 lengths, 3/4 of a length, 678-14. All official, race 1, Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace.
First call of the night from Judge Graham McLennan goes the way of Bronze Over, raced by co-trainer and driver Joshua Dickey. Change over Bronze Lady by 3-year-old filly Career Success 5 tonight at start 11. Race was bred by KT and Mrs. S.D. Marshall. Bronze Over to come back at the head of the field, a nice win, backing up what was a very good win a couple of weeks ago. John and Joshua Dickey, the trainers there at Clevedon. David Turner, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, down there part of the victory celebrations after the Grand Park Restaurant Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace. 7, Killer Queen for second. Rock and Roll Heaven Black, 3-year-old filly at a Party Girl Becky. Lincoln Farms Limited, D. James, MJ Brereton, KJ Bell, S. Beckett, IA Middleton, JR Dias and BP Rabbit the owners. Trained at Pukekohe by Ray Green, Zach Butcher doing the driving. And 8, You and Me Babe, a Better's Delight Viva La CC Bay, 4-year-old mare in for third for the You and Me Babe Syndicate. Trained at Papakura by Tony Hurley and was driven by Tony Cameron. The totes in the opener. We'll see a Bronze Over return 3 even and $1.20. 3 and $1.20. Did close up as the race favourite too, Bronze Over. 7, Killer Queen, $4.40 for 40, and 8, You and Me Babe, $1.90. $1.90. The Quinella, $32.20, $32.20. Trifecta, $280.50, $280.50. And the opening first for $2,629.80, $2,629.80. First of the dual sulky races out on the track, brought to us by Gan Allen. And they won't be too far away from heading up and behind the mobile there. The Encompass Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile, 2200 is the second to open the early quaddie on the card this evening. There are no scratchings or driving changes in the second, and that is time to go in 22 minutes time. Gan Allen brings us the first of our dual sulky events tonight, the first of 3. Michael Doig in the blue set of colours with Millennial Falcon. Gus Fairpuliahi, he'll be on Speedy Gonzalez in the silver set of colours. Zach Mammis on My Little Pony in the red colours. Kurt Kerrison and Humpty Dumpty. Let's hope he doesn't sit on the wall. He's in the yellow colours. And Nicholas Tobin is aboard Dirty Sanchez. And that's in the purple set of colours here for the first of our 3 dual sulky events tonight.
Week and gets the inside running. 2 wins from box 1. And if he can push up, Mega Jet gets his chance to sort of turn his form line around since coming back from that break. Well, pretty much just the one start from that break since May. Couple of races in May and then was out for a break prior to that. So has been very lightly raced throughout the year. And box 1 could be a big assist here for Mega Jet. You know, Brent, not a bad performance here. 2 starts back, not the fastest dog out of the boxes, but hits the line very well. Has had a few goes over the middle distance, has been sort of mixing it up in his 43 race career. He's a class 4 coming into this, probably looking for a straight class 4, but a couple of respectable runs in the last 3 starts. Lone Star Lad, another one that returned to winning form in a class 4 and 5, 3 starts back. That was back in June, just the 1 run this month for Lone Star Lad, but will be a lot better for that to effort here. 3 starts back. Has won twice from box 7. Shouldn't be too bothered by the draw. And what's the 7 paying here? $14. Not a great deal of support for Lone Star Lad. And now 14's the tote. And All in Berlin for Brian Marsh. Could be the forgotten girl out there in box 8. All in Berlin. And another one that just has been struggling a wee bit. But she is capable. And if she can take a fly, she's a 3 race winner from box 8. And if she can pick the jump, if there is a bit of tightening going into that first corner, she could sweep around the outside as she has done before here at Hat-Trick on 2 or 3 occasions. About to lock away for the Dopey Dog laser engraving for the class 4 and 5s. Favourite here is a leg road class. Looking to chase down win number 40. What a wonderful dog he's been. All up there now for the 4th. Lure sent on its way to kick off the second treble here at Hat-Trick. Ready and racing, flying out wide. All in Berlin's got a good beginning, but there goes One Broke Girl and also driving up a leg road class. Going between runners, Sedgebook Babe around the outside. Lone Star led the rail there for Mega Jet. Back in the field going wide, Sedgebook Magic and also You Know Brent. They go for home. One Broke Girl's going to turn first. Out wide centre track, a leg road class trying hard, but down to the line. One Broke Girl out wide, Sedgebook Babe I think took second off a leg road class. That's close. And also getting home well the inside was Mega Jet, not far away. All in Berlin was out wider after that good beginning. And back on crossing here, we would have had Lone Star Lab was also there back with, You Know Brent and Sedgebook Magic. Just getting off the track a wee bit, Sedgebook Magic. And back there in the last 2 or 3. Just getting the time here through from my director, 17:62. We just can't take too much notice of the board. The time's just not coming through there on the board, so 17:62 is the time. And One Broke Girl wasn't the fastest out, but she drove through, and she'll come away to pick up the win for Wendy Kite. Sedgebook Babe, the sister's going to get up and run second, and the 6 Allegro class will have to settle for third over the 1. Run home there 10.76, and margins coming up 2.5, a half by 3/4. And One Broke Girl for Wendy Kite brings up her 13th win of 47, win number 12 on the track. Most of the racing has been here at Hat-Trick. Lead up 6.86 and gets the win from the sister Sedgebook Babe, getting up and taking second off a leg road class. And Mega Jet going a much better race. Second up from that breakaway, follows the rail home into 4th. 3, 4, 6 and the 1. Takes us on to race 5, Laser Plumbing Wanganui for the class 2 and 3s. And making time in my multi here. Good chance here for Susie Kite on the downgrade. I made that my value. And also a good chance in the 7 Lonesome Nitro. My numbers here 7, 3, 1 and 8. Kicking off a double for the class 2 and 3s. And this one, Ryan, time to go at 27 minutes after 6. You enjoy your evening.
Thanks, Daryl. You too. Appreciate your help thus far. One broke girl. Well, it upset the fave. 580, 220, Sedgebrook Babe 150, Allegro Class 160, Quinella 1240, Trifecta 7740, and the first four $418.40. You can just see that wind really blowing in at Hattrick Raceway this evening. The double 1540 pays on 6 and 3, and the concession $3.10 on 6 and 4. 6 minutes out from Addington. Very much looking forward to the selections coming out of both Addington and Alexandra Park for the Fast Track Insurance $50,000 terminating pick 6. But first of all, Greg O'Connor, we've got a quaddie to sort out starting in our next as I hand the trackside one reins over to you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ryan. Hope you do enjoy the rest of your evening, and the quaddie's about to get underway. It's a maiden trot, therefore we need to play quite a few in this one. Runners are out on their track about to complete the preliminary. This one, the Fahey Fence Hire. Gee, they've been long-time supporters of Addington Raceway, have Fahey Fence Hire. There's a few chances here, and that's reflected by the market. Cash Valley is a filly 3 years of age, by Sky Valley, trained by Stephen McRae. And his good mate Craig Thornley doing the driving. Second at Ashburton behind Darla Curie, and it was a good run. Nothing wrong with that performance at all. With natural improvement, you'd imagine off the back of a couple of trials it would be very hard to beat here. I thought November Guy was good at Rangiora last Sunday, made up good ground behind Craddock, who's not without a winning chance in race number 8 tonight, which is part of our second quaddie. So I played around the Foot Tapper, who got it wrong last time. It's actually, there's a few of these booked to go almost like a 2-day meeting here on Sunday. The Foot Tapper is one of those. Forgot to remember another, Mr. Preston, who will win a race eventually. Could even be tonight. And Sunny Bill, they're all in on Sunday as well. But we went 4, 11, 12, 13 first league. Superfecta stands out. If you wanted some insurance, pay me way, but I don't think Superfecta will be getting beaten. To the third league, Tricky Leg. This is the junior drivers race tonight. I went with Mighty Empire and Rummage. You could definitely go wider than that. The likes of Mordecai was okay last time. Ranfilly Rules drops back in grade. Lucky Luciano needs to step away, but you get the picture there. You need to take a few if you go outside the 2 that I've got, the 5 and the 10. In the last leg, I went with Don's My Dad, the Silver Fox, Hey Yo, and Pristine. I reckon that just about covers that last leg, $32 for 100%, anchoring Superfecta there. So you got 4 minutes to get involved in tonight's first quaddie here at Addington Raceway. There is the 11 in the book, Sunny Bill, getting better with racing. A regular pilot, Robbie Close, doing the driving. Third at the far lap behind South Coaster. That had some merit. That was the 3rd of July, a week later it was. Awamaru finished second behind Tijuana Taxi. Now both of those runs suggested that the son of Carmen Cheetah, so there's some breeding in this family, for the hills, could definitely win a maiden. Gets its chance tonight and again on Sunday. The colours there of Mark Smith, David Butt driving the Foot Tapper. It's got breeding by Love You out of Blue Jacket, well-related family. Got it wrong here last time. Prior performances, again, good enough to suggest it'll mainly do things right, and if others don't, then it can win tonight and can win more races as well. Forgot to Remember's had its chance, the last couple. Got run down by Westy Boys here a fortnight ago, and then last week attacked from the 600 metres and beaten to 3 lengths behind Heavenly Love, was there for a very long way. So it's got a chance, and again, it'll benefit from those perhaps who do things wrong. There's the favourite Cash Valley. Bit of confidence about it first up. Led from the Unruly. Just got run down. Again, a good enough performance that looks very well tonight. You get that from the Stephen McRae team, and is strongly backed again. So likely to begin quickly. November Guy, it led off the Mobile last time, back to a stand, it's been placed from a stand. Jared O'Reilly and Jeff Dunn do combine. So inside 2 minutes out from a start. I see the blinds go on Fatal Reunion. It's flattered to deceive at times. There's Fire of Sunset, Colin and Mike DePhilippi combine. Great success out of In the Sun. It's been a wonderful family that Mike's been associated with. Fourth and was okay in that race at Ashburton, beaten 7 lengths, trialled okay before that as well. Again, you just get the impression that filly, it might be a work in progress and she'll get better with racing. The 10, Moy. I know my man upstairs, Mark Mack, was taken by the drive by Ivan Schwam 2 starts back. Mark has been to Rangiora in the interim. Moy, the way it went here 2 starts back, it could place again here tonight. How did you line them up in race number 2?
It's usually pretty safe, Moy, which it's his best attribute, as we saw 2 starts ago. Greg, I went with a 12 here, Cash Valley, but this is just an absolute lottery.
Yeah.
Just back the one you like, I think. Cash Valley was good behind Daiquiri, was beaten 3/4 of a length, but Daiquiri gave them 60 metres, so it might have made it look a better run from Cash Valley than perhaps it was, but I expected to go a bold race here. 13 November Guy, Chase Craddock last time. It too was beaten 5.5 lengths. The foot tapper got it wrong at the start last time. That's unusual for him, and Sonny Bill is going the right way. Just going back to one you like. They're all decent odds. Wouldn't be surprised to see anything win this, even the 9 Mr. Preston at $11. So if you've seen something at the start, anything that takes your fancy, go and have something on it for race number 2, because you're a live hope. Brylan Rose looking to do the mother and son double for the season. King of the Roses, won earlier. It was only a little while ago in the Darren De Philippi Memorial. And King of the Roses' mum, Brylan Rose, lines up here for John Verstig. Now Holly Trouble, Fatal Reunion, Fire a Sunset. The Foot Tapper, Family Night, Forgot to Remember, Cash Valley. Sonny Bill, Mr. Preston, Moy, Rosetta Stone, and November Guy. This is race number 2 out of Addington, maiden trot. Favourite for it, 380 Cash Valley. Craig Thornley and Steve McRae combine. Racing now. And the Foot Tapper left okay. Family Night first to go. Fatal Reunion gallop. Diva Jones broke. Rosetta Stone's up in the air too. Sonny Bill wasn't fast away, and Cash Valley wasn't overly quickly away either. Mr. Preston's gone for a gallop just after the start. Family Night leads by 2 lengths on the Foot Tapper. Fire a Sunset third, 4 lengths to Holly Trouble. Forgot to Remember broke. Cash Valley works up around Brylan Rose, 3 lengths to Fatal Reunion. 6 to Diva Jones, Forgot to Remember's back into a trot. November Guy's not, it's galloped to the outside fence. Past it goes Moy, Mr. Preston, Sonny Bill's gallop now, and Rosetta Stone's tailed out of it. So they turn to the back, and Family Night's going to keep the lead here for Kyle Cameron. Margin 2 lengths over the Foot Tapper, and Cash Valley's working up without cover around Fire a Sunset. 2 lengths to Holly Trouble, 1 length away Fatal Reunion. 10 to Brylan Rose, about 7 to Diva Jones, 3 lengths Forgot to Remember, 3 lengths to Moy, 5 lengths Mr. Preston, and long gaps off to the others, Sonny Bill, November Guy and Rosetta Stone. 1,800 metres to go, and it's Family Night by 1.5 lengths on the Foot Tapper. Cash Valley's up without cover third around Fire a Sunset. 1 length away fifth is Fatal Reunion. 4 back on the pegs is Holly Trouble, 3 lengths to Brylan Rose. 8 lengths to Diva Jones, 4 lengths to Moy, 5 lengths to Forgot to Remember, 2 lengths to Mr. Preston, then big gaps off Sonny Bill, November Guy and Rosetta Stone. Around the bend they come to complete the first lap. Lead time 1:21.4, and it's Family Night leading the way. Second, the Foot Tapper the trail, and the filly the favourite. Cash Valley has to do it tough. She's been parked throughout. Fire a Sunset, 3 back the inside from Fatal Reunion. So despite a gallop early, didn't lose a whole lot of ground, maybe 3 or 4 lengths. It's been a bit of a blessing in disguise because she's ended up 1-1. Holly Trouble's 3 back the outer from Brylan Rose. 2 lengths Diva Jones and Moy. They are some chance because they were able to tack on. The others are simply too far away. Forgot to Remember, Mr. Preston, Sonny Bill and November Guy, and also Rosetta Stone. 31.6 for the first quarter. Family Night looking for an all-of-the-way win. Travels well to the back. 1.5 lengths on Cash Valley and the Foot Tapper third. Fatal Reunion fourth, and 3 back the inside. Fire a Sunset. Just lost a little ground on the inside going around that turn. Ahead away is Holly Trouble, the running line from Moy, Brylan Rose and Diva Jones. Down the back they travel. 6.75 to go. And Family Night has it by 1.25 lengths. Cash Valley. The Foot Tapper will wait use of the Terra to Love It Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. Fatal Reunion fourth, and three back the inside. Fire a Sunset's under some pressure. A neck away, Holly Trouble, and then came Moy and Brylan Rose. Second quarter, 32.3, 63.9 the half in this leader. Still travels well, Family Night. A length over Cash Valley. The Foot Tapper, Fatal Reunion, Holly Trouble's coming up. 3 now, 4 wide as Fatal Reunion's out inside of it. Then Brylan Rose and Moy's taking inside runs again. The third quarter in 31.4. The leader, Family Night. The Foot Tapper's getting that inside run. Cash Valley driven along from Moy and Holly Trouble. The Foot Tapper though, 100 metres to go. Holly Trouble's run to second. Into third spot, Family Night. Diva Jones making ground, but the Foot Tapper and the Gum Chewer, they're home. The Foot Tapper won it by 2. Beat Holly Trouble and Diva Jones speeding up the inside late to third. Then Fatal Reunion, Family Night and Cash Valley. Next in Brylan Rose and Moy from Fire a Sunset, who did gallop at the last turn. Mr. Preston forgot to remember Sunny Bill and November Guy. And one more, Rosetta Stone, just coming around the last turn. Now Benny's right down after a couple of gallops. Number 4, the Foot Tapper. David Butt and Mark Smith have combined, landed the trail in 4.90 and 2.10. Last quarter, 29.9. Last mile, 25.2. One Holly Trouble's going to pay $10.40, and Diva Jones, number 8, at $3.60, speeding into third. At the end of race number 2, Mark Smith from Kaikoura, the winning owner trainer. David Butt, the driver by Love You out of Blue Jacket, will be scratched now on Sunday. Greg, out of race number 2. I think it should be able to run out nom, so to speak, and get another go on Sunday, but we're not ones to make that rule, but I'd like to see it brought in. Deserves another chance, and could have won Friday and Sunday.
Yeah, it could have done, and well, it should have won a race by now, and it has. Start number 5, second, fourth, third, galloped, got it right tonight. A little bit rough early, but David Butt steered it into the trail, and once it got there, it was following a long odds setter at $98, Family Night, but the passing lane presented, win 13 for the season. This well-related 5-year-old gelding By Love You out of Blue Jacket takes out race number 2. Was well in the market. Holly Trouble's going to boost Quinella trifectas and first fours. Diva Jones making up good ground, and Fatal Reunion a better effort, even though it missed away early on. Judges' call about to come through, but the Foot Tapper's taken out the second. We're pretty close to Alexandra Park. The third here for us goes at 6:36. Judges' call, and then we'll head to Craig Thompson.
8 Diva Jones. Fourth has gone to 2 Fatal Reunion, from 7 Family Night and 12 Cash Valley. 4-1-8, 2-7-12. Margins 2 1/4 lengths, 3 1/2 lengths, half a neck, a nose. The winner's time was 3:26.7, a mile rate of 2:07.9. The last 860.9, last 429.7.
The Foot Tapper takes out the first leg of the quaddie at Addington. David Butt driven and Mark Smith trained at around about $5. Suggested quaddie here for our early quaddie, race number 2 at Alexandra Park, anchoring Temporale in the second leg. 3, 6, 7, 8 in the first leg. No Way Else. Hootie Haxwell, the 2 stablemates. Vibuti, good last week, and Liberty Sticks. Temporale anchored. Third leg, Shield Maiden is your hot favourite, but if you want a bit of cover, Check-In was good last start, and Lincoln Superstar. And into the last leg of the quaddie, Bonnie's Khaleesi, Mr. Euroman, and Arden's Choice. $36 for a full unit of the early quaddie here at the park tonight. That quaddie pool sitting at this stage at around about $7,000. Got the result from race number 2 at Addington, taken out by the Foot Tapper, runner number 4 at $4.90-2.10. Holly Trouble, $10.40, nearly caused the upset in the first leg. And David Jones, after an early gallop, made good ground to run third up the passing lane at $3.60. Quinella's paid $205, the Trifecta 418, $2,065, and the first four's not struck, so $2,142 will go forward to race number 3. Doubles paid $15.40 on 2 and 4, and the concession 2 and 1, $56. That's the result of Addington race number 2. Strong hand to play in race number 2 here at Alexandra Park is Anna Donnelly. She's the trainer of Hootie Haxwell and No Way Else. I caught up with her earlier in the evening. Anna, thanks for your time tonight. 2 in race number 2 tonight. Let's talk about No Way Else first. Been racing very well. Gets a nice draw, and Kyle Marshall drives again.
Yeah, he does. He has been racing well, and I'm really happy with him. He's trained on really well since last start, and yeah, it's nice to see him get a good draw, and hopefully he can sort of utilise that a little bit tonight.
Has this graduation series been a huge advantage to a horse like him?
Oh, definitely, yeah, it really has been, and the same with Hootie Haxwell.
Talking about Hootie Haxwell, I thought he was pretty good last week. He was off a handicap. Tonight he gets a mobile. Scotty feeling regular driver takes the drive again. Chances with him tonight?
Yeah, I'm really happy with the horse. He's trained on super. He just has had no luck at all in his last couple of starts, but his sectionals have been fantastic. Might look to utilise that draw tonight and go for a sort of forward running with him.
Two in, do you prefer one or the other, or are they both good winning chances?
I actually can't split them. They've both been, as I say, they're both really on fire at the moment and in the zone, so I'm happy with the pair of them, so I'll be happy either way.
Talking about your season, 21 wins for this season, satisfying?
Oh, very, yeah. I think we got 16 last season, so it's a huge achievement. We haven't had a standout horse this season, probably Amber Courage, who won 5 for us. She's done a great job, and yeah, and every horse is sort of there, put their foot in the 2 and won 1 or 2, so it's been a huge help, but I'm very happy with it.
Rebuilding towards next season, numbers-wise, happy with the team you've got?
Yeah, we're probably a little bit quiet at the moment, but we have got quite a bit of stock out in the paddock, so yeah, once they all come back in, hopefully we have a nice team to work with.
Mate, your horses are presented well, they're going well. Let's hope the season continues next season.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, Anna Donnelly, she's a very, very underrated trainer. Only works a small team and very good strike rate. Amber Courage won 5 this season. Of course, she had some smart performers in the last 18 months. The trotters like Wings on High has done a good job. And horses like Hootie Haxwell, she's placed them very well. He's won 10 races now. Of course, some of them with Anna, of course, previously trained. I think she might have won 4 or 5 with Hootie Haxwell. Of course, horse like No Way Else up from the South Island has done a good job up here as well. So her team going very well at the moment. And this grass track series, as I said, horses like No Way Else and Hootie Haxwell, they would have been put away through the winter months and brought back as we come into the summer. For me, I thought Vibuti on top in front of Hootie Haxwell, Liberty Sticks and No Way Else in the first leg of the quaddie.
With the No Way Else and Sakura, Scanrico Bay's drawn the inside. Major Classic second row draw with Minstrel Boy. So as the runners work to the lane, 2,200 metres of action for the Encompass Grass Track Graduate Series, mobile pace. Just about there. Green lights up. They're off and racing. No Way Else and Hootie Haxwell off the arm okay. Scanrico Bay out of 1. Try to hold up. Won't hold out the advances though of Hootie Haxwell. Sakura will settle 4th as they turn onto the stables corner. Then came Minstrel Boy, who's got a nice enough drag through from the second line. Then Major Classic Zach's Patrol back in the field then to Speak Up for Booty. And been eased from her wide draw Liberty Sticks as they work to the back. And No Way Else now rolls to the top for Kyle Marshall. So that'll leave Minstrel Boy out parked and back on the inside. Hootie Haxwell as they sight the back straight. 2 lengths Scanrico Bay is 3 back on the pegs. Major Classic to its outside. Sakura Zach's Patrol the next pair. There followed Speak Up and Vibuti and 3 lengths to Liberty Sticks. 43 was the lead time. No Way Else wants the top and will hold it over Minstrel Boy. Salish Abernathy obliged to sit parked as they sweep across the showgrounds turn. And Hootie Haxwell, lovely run in the trail for Scotty Phelan. Major Classic 1-1. Scanrico Bay tucked away 3 back on the inside. A length off that Zach's Patrol in the running line for Michael Blakemore. Sakura Philip Butcher 4 back the pegs. David Butcher Vibuti to its outside. Speak Up Peter Ferguson second last on the markers. And the Iceman and Liberty Sticks the last pairing. 30.9 the opening quarter of the Encompass Grass Track Graduate Series. Mobile pace. No Way Else down to the Judge Bell and 1 to go. Leads by a half a length. Minstrel Boy the outside. And Hootie Haxwell getting right up on the nickel in the trail. And 1-1 Major Classic. Scanrico Bay 3 back on the inside of Zach's Patrollers again. They scoot around the stables corner. Back in the field is Sakura with Vibuti. Speak Up second last the inside of Liberty Sticks as the order remains the same. 800 metres left to go into the back. 30.6 was the second quarter. No Way Else leads a narrow margin now over Minstrel Boy the outside, and Hootie Haxwell, the stablemate of the leader, getting the Lovely Drag in the trail, and Major Classic 1-1 for Ben Butcher. Then Scanrico Bay the inside of Zach's Patrol. Further back in the field is Sakura the inside of a Booty Speak Up, and Liberty Sticks 4.50 to go. They sweep across the top, and No Way Else clicks off the third quarter in 28.2. Minstrel Boy Hootie Haxwell looks a major threat to its stablemate. They both travel well to the corner though. Then Major Classics, Scanrico Bay for Booty, Liberty Sticks the widest, homeward bound. No Way Else sent for home. Hootie Haxwell off its back strongly. Then Minstrel Boy, Scanrico Bay, Major Classic, Liberty Sticks and for Booty, late 100 to go. No Way Else and Hootie Haxwell, the stablemates, they're 1 and 2 at this stage, and No Way Else will see it out. No Way Else from Hootie Haxwell, big run. Liberty Sticks up for third, and Minstrel Boy got going again to hold fourth. Major Classic for Booty, the next pair. They were followed Sakura, Scanrico Bay and Speak Up, and Zach's Patrol in 241.8, 29.57.2. No Way Else back into winning form. Kyle Marshall for Anna Donnelly. Career win 6 at start, 57. Lovely drive. Let the stablemate find the early lead. Then moseyed around, took the top. Hootie Haxwell couldn't reel him back in the home straight. Big late run. Liberty Sticks up for third in front of Minstrel Boy, who's boxed on quite nicely there for the fourth prize in the Encompass Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace.
Official placings, race 2, the Encompass Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace. 368, 10, 9, 7. 368, 10, 9, 7. Horse 3, No Way Else. Pace the 2200 metres and 241.78. Mile rate of 158.3. Last 857.2 and the 429. The margins 1.5 lengths, 1 length, a half neck. 368, 10, 9, 7. All official race 2, the Encompass Grass Track Graduate Series Mobile Pace.
Lovely drive secures the prize in the second, and that by Kyle Marshall on No Way Else. Raced by TK and Mrs. A.A. Piercy. Congratulations to you in 6 at start, 57. And No Way Else's fourth success here too under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Prepared at Cambridge by Anna Donnelly. And Elsu Never No Way, black 5-year-old gelding, bred by R.P. Broman. Suresh Nagaya down there, part of the victory celebrations for Encompass, and Murray Goldsworthy, race night steward and life member of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. And Anna Donnelly Quinella with Hootie Haxwell second, Christian Cullen Warm Soak, 6-year-old bay gelding, K.N. Plowman the owner, Scotty Phelan doing the driving, and 8 Liberty Sticks, Washington VC, Star of Liberty Brown, 5-year-old mare for third for the 3-putt number 2 syndicate, Tony Hurley, the trainer and driver. 3, No Way Else, returns $4.70 on the win machine and $1.80 the place, $4.70, $1.80. 6, Hootie Haxwell, $1.70, $1.70, and 8 Liberty Sticks, $1.40, $1.40. Quinella, $10.80, $10.80. TRIFECTA, $97.80, $97.80. And the first 4, $389.50, $389.50. 6 and 3, bronze over, No Way Else. The early double at $9.90, $9.90. And the concession with the 6, Hootie Haxwell, $5.50, $5.50. Race 3 on the card tonight is the GCT Valuers handicap trot over the 2,700 metres. Take out number 6, Dunker. Temporale, number 3, the $1.90 yearly favourite there for Tony Herlihy. The second of the dual sulky races out on the track. This one brought to us by Reesby & Co.
And pretty much lost all chance now. She got that gap, she probably would have run top 3, top 4 for sure. But she drops back to a class 3. And I think she could go a cheeky race here, making time. And that's the value, not just in this race, but the value of the night for me at $9, $12 with the tote. I've kicked it off in a multi. Going into Naraho a bit later on. The next race, in fact, race 6. Both the 4 at play, so hopefully making time can get us off to a good start. The other Corborns in the race, we have touched on Eski, who is the favourite with the book. Corborn Panic also lined up against the class 4s at the Manawa 2 starts back, or 2 weeks ago should I say, was the last run. Has been freshened up for this Corborn Panic. Probably a wee bit better around hat-trick, but runs both CD tracks very well. Has clocked a 30.43, and with the right run from that squeeze draw, could be a danger, and also representing some value around $12 with the book. Autumn Lights, also a class 2 winner, 3 starts back. Forget the run here last week, just had no luck trying to get around from that outside draw. Just got forced wide and copped a bit of a bump or two, so we can forget that run. But the second placing Pry in class 2 company, looking to pick up that bonus check, was a solid run in behind Corborn Eski, and prior to that picked up a win in a 30.60 from box 4. Has had a fairly tough run of draws at Autumn Lights. It always seems to be drawing out wide or in the middle. Hasn't seen a lot of action from the inside trap so far, Autumn Lights. Another habit here for Gary and Sandra Fredrickson off the inside from box 2. A tidy performance on the track here 2 weeks ago, finishing third in behind Corborn Clover. That was a class 2 and 3. That was from box 2. And they ran along in that race 2:30.12. That was the fastest time of the night. So on that performance alone, has to be considered here another habit. It looks to be the roughie of the field. I probably thought wouldn't have been the worst of them. And the 2 also representing very good value for Team Fredrickson. So about to lock away for the Laser Plumbing Wanganui for the class 2 and 3s. Pretty much our first open market, even field for the night. We'll see how it pans out. Corborn Steps making time, Corborn Panic and Lonesome Nitro. Another habit, Corborn Eski, Autumn Lights and Cosmic Boss to the outside. Now comes in joint favourite on the book and tote favourite. 4 in the race for Matt Roberts as the Lewis swings round. Race 5 for the class 2 and 3s. Ready and racing, jumping best there is Corborn. He's going to run straight to the lead now from another habit. Now getting up on the inside, Corborn Steps around the outside comes Cosmic Boss, tracked through there by Lonesome Nitro. Getting back in the field now, we've got Autumn Lights. Now dropping off now is Corborn Panic, and also making time. They charge down the back, and Corborn Eski away by 4 or 5, trying to come out after another habit. The inside, Corborn Steps. Back here we go to Lonesome Nitro. Cosmic Boss not too far away. They go for home. Turning first and clear, Corborn Eski racing right away. Who's going to get second? Corborn Steps will hold second from Cosmic Boss. Then we go here to another habit. Autumn Lights not too far away. Just on the inside to Lonesome Nitro. Back in the field, never getting into the race. Corborn Panic and making time. Just never got into it. Corborneski got into it, got straight onto the pace, jumped out very well, and has led them all of the way. Matt will pick up the Quinella with Corborn Steps, and Cosmic Boss will grab third over the two, Another Habit. Just waiting for the official time to come in. So just hearing through there, 20:31, I think it must be 30:40, 30:21, 30:21 the time there for race number 5. An easy win for Corborn Eski. Just the lead up there, 5:08:18:56. The midsection, overall time 30:21. Matt Roberts and Stu Dickinson will Quinella the race, the 4, to beat the 1, 8 and the 2. And straight onto the pace, Corborn Eski, very easy win. And not quite grabbing a PB, has gone to 30:09, but did everything right, straight onto the pace. And has kicked away to be too strong. From the 1, Corborn Steps, took that fall last time. She's gone a good race into second. And Cosmic Boss, maybe with a better draw, looking to go one better next time, will grab that third. Divvies up, Corborn Eski 460 and 170. Corborn Steps at 160 and Cosmic Boss at $1.80. 1 for Quinella 13.20. 418 Trifecta 78.60. 4182 first 4, $437.40. The quaddie wasn't hard. 163 and 4, $176.80. Wrapping up at race number 5 here at Hattrick Raceway. I think we may have a look now at the market for race number 6. No, we're off to Addington, but race number 6 anyway will be underway at 6:56, and my opportunity to say a very good evening to you, Greg O'Connor.
Yeah, thank you, Daryl. Looking forward to that one. 6, 5, 7 and 4 with Daryl in the next from the Greyhounds. Race 3 for us, the Avon City Ford Mobile. Sees a pretty hot favourite, well, a very hot favourite. 120 the price, about TRIFECTA. Son of Better's Delight, of course, the winner of 2 from 7. He won brilliantly here, first up, beating Mr. Handleman, who of course goes round in the south of the Waitaki feature. The Macca Lodge train south of the Waitaki. And then he went to Ashburton. He had to sit parked. They ran along a bit in that, and at Courage to Live, who also races tonight in race number 6, was the eventual winner, sat in the trail throughout. But TRIFECTA was pretty brave. They got home in 56.4. Mark Purdon back in the country, and Mark and Natalie train, of course, and he looks the one to beat. Hardest for him will be that horse there, Pay Me Way, part of the Brendan Hill team here at Addington tonight. Brendan Rummage starting to really put it together now. A couple of very good seconds his last 2.
Yeah, he's just come back in super this time, and I've got to know the horse a lot better, and I'm happy how I've got him fit and in between races, what I'm doing with him now. He's a bit different, so we just take him quietly, and last 2 runs have been really good.
Drawn out a wee bit from the stand tonight. What are your expectations, and obviously giving Kimberley an opportunity?
Yeah, you know, it won't be easy. Like, Kimberley's got 2 drives tonight and they're both standing starts, but it's good experience for her, and Ricky reckons it's a great draw for him. He just come in and, you know, hopefully just stand up for a bit and step away up there out of trouble. So he stepped really good last week, so I think he'll step away fine for her.
Yeah, looks a winnable race.
Yes, he can win. His work's been super, and I've been really happy with the horse. He's just getting better and better, so he's no superstar, but, you know, he's racing good.
The head scratcher of the team has been for a wee while now. Are you starting to get to know him a bit better, Star Fantasy, or is it always going to be that way?
No, he's a head scratcher. Look, I am happy with him. I was happy going into Ashburton, actually. Look, I am happy with him. I've changed a few things again. There's gear changes every week with this horse. Look, I don't know what to say, really. He's here. He's here to race, and his work's been good, his heart rate's good. I'm really happy. He's 18, he's a bright, well horse, and I've just, like I said, I've changed a few things, and we'll just see what happens.
Missing me mate in race number 9. He's done a couple of good things, hasn't he?
Well, the 5th was probably better than the 2nd, in my opinion, and this horse wasn't going to make it to the races a few months ago. He was heading to a place we won't talk about, but he's just gone to the trials and the workouts and got better and better, and now these 2 runs have been super, and he's a big horse with a high turn of foot, and he's going to be a nice racehorse.
All right, 3 of your chances tonight. Pay Me Way was the one that I don't know how we've done it, we've managed to skip straight over it, but look, his win last time was miles overdue. He's got a beautiful draw tonight. Obviously Superfecta will be hard to beat, but you must be pleased with the way he's going.
Look, I am, and I'm pleased with the owners because they've allowed me to do my thing. Like, he's rising 5, it was his 11th start the other night. He qualified first time off the property, at Ashburton as a 2-year-old, so they're being patient, and it was a free win, and it was good for Stevie too, so everyone all round is happy, and Doc said, chuck him back in if you're happy with him, and I am, and what a draw. He's loved a great draw, and, it won't be easy. There's one in there. It's Superfecta, isn't it? Yeah, so it won't be easy, but I'm really happy with the horse, and he'll go out after tonight as well, but he's going to be a nice racehorse in time.
That's Brendan Hill, already trained a winner here tonight, of course, with Cruisy Dude taking out race number 1, and from barrier 1, Pay Me Way, be able to get off the gate and decide who he hands up to, if at all. The logic would say Superfecta, therefore, looks almost the Quinella of the night if that does eventuate. Asia Patron was an upset winner here for Dylan Ferguson over Croft Bay last week. Of course, that was penalty free, so remains in the C1 grade. Has a nice draw for Brett Cusden and Brad Mowbray. Is Go Fella Go, Stevie Golding, a reigning national junior driver champion, driving for Andrew Stewart. 6th at Rangiora was okay, actually, behind Order Online, and that was first up since March, so it'll be improved. And the other one, Art I Am, the winner at Ashburton last time, and won that very, very easily. Did lead, didn't cop a whole lot of pressure, and ran away and hid in the end. And Art I Am is a progressive type that has a trifecta in first for Hope. Up to you, Mark Mack, for your thoughts around race number 3, Superfecta. Look, he's got a few tricks. I remember the futurity here on show day when he looked likely to win, and Ashton Kay took that out. He had a gallop, but all things being equal, if he stays in his gate with Mark Purdon aboard, he should be winning this.
He should, but we did say that at Ashburton too, and he got rolled, but he gets a chance to atone here. And look, the first 4's growing with that $2,000 jackpot out of the previous race. It's just short of $8,000 at the moment. Now it's just short of $10,000 as more money comes in. So with this short-priced favourite, plenty have taken the opportunity to go a first 4 ticket on race number 3. $1.30 Superfecta runs the favourite. Pay Me Way drawn the inside. Ricky May and Brendan Hill looking for an early double. Asia Patron, one of 2 in for Brad Mowbray. Brett Cusden has the black and dark blue quartered cap on. Colin De Philippi, the largely white cap on, number 9 booster. 3rd race. Gates on the swing. 2,600. Favourite, Royal Blue, Silver Grey Stars. Green light, they're racing. Went away pretty well, Superfecta. Chief Carpire with Gates being inside of it though, and Pay Me Way bustling up underneath of them too. Chief Carpire put a length on Pay Me Way. First corner's coming. Superfecta's 3 wide at the wheel of Chief Carpire, but Pay Me Way keeps the lead. Superfecta was able to nab the 1-1. Over on the leader's back now is Asia Patron, and a length and a half Rockefeller around Avros Bracoli. Art I Am's fullback the outside row. Sicilian Secrets against the pegs from Go Fella Go, Ellen Go Lightly. And then came Jerry Evans and a length and a half to Booster. It's Pay Me Way turning to the back, 2,050 to go. Margins 2 lengths over Chief Carpie parked, and the leader's back is Asia Patron. Superfecta's 1-1. 3 back along the pegs is Avros Bracoli. Superfecta left the 1-1. Purdon goes up outside of Pay Me Way. Will Ricky hand to the favourite. Superfecta ranges up alongside and will nab the lead pretty comfortably. So Avros Bracoli is now fullback the inside of Rockefeller. A length and a half, Art I Am around Sicilian Secret, then Go Fella Go. 2 lengths to Ellen Go Lightly, 2 lengths to Cherry Evans, and 2 lengths to Booster, a mile to go. And Superfecta with Mark Purdon by a length and a half over Pay Me Way, so the favourites are in spots 1-2 in favouritism order also. Chief Carpie's a neck away 3rd, and 3 back the inside Asia Patron. Rockefeller's 1-1. Avros Bracoli 4 back the pegs. Art I Am gets trucking at the turn into the straight. Sicilian Secret 5 back the markers inside of Go Fella Go. Then Ellen Go Lightly, Cherry Evans and Booster. 1:15 won the lead time. Superfecta has it with a circuit to run. Art I Am's now a length away 2nd. It just goes up a little closer to the leader as it went to the breeze too. Pay Me Way trails Chief Carpie, gets some running line cover. Rockefeller's 3 back the outside, and against the markers Asia Patron trailed down there by Avros Bracoli. One to go, Fella Go. Then Sicilian Secret, Ellen Go Lightly. Booster and Jerry Evans. The first quarter in 31.4. I Am working Superfecta now and put a neck on it. Pay Me Way's a length and a half away third. Chief Kapai's a further head away fourth. Three back the inside, Asia Patron from Rockefeller, then Go Fella Go. Next to the inside, Avros Bracoli, followed by Ellen Go Lightly, Sicilian Secret, Cherry Evans and Booster. I Am's gone to the lead. Superfecta eventually handed up and took the trail. 600 to go. Chief Kapai's one away third from Pay Me Way, now buried three back the inside. Then Rockefeller, Asia Patron, Go Fella Go, Avros Bracoli and Booster. Second quarter, 29.8, 61.2 for the half. I Am leads a length and a half. Superfecta, plenty in the locker it would appear. Rockefeller went to third. Pay Me Way, three back the inside. Chief Kapai gone. And then Avros Bracoli. Third quarter, 30.2. I Am turns in. 2 on Superfecta. Pay Me Way on the terror to Love Lane. I Am leads ahead. Superfecta now ahead in front from Pay Me Way. Superfecta half a length over I Am and Pay Me Way. And the favourite's going to prevail. Superfecta too good. 1.5 a length over I Am and Pay Me Way. I think Rockefeller's run fourth, a nose in front of Avros Bracoli, but it is pretty close. Then Go Fella Go, Booster, Asia Patron, Sicilian Secret, Cherry Evans, Chief Kapai, and Ellen Go Lightly. Superfecta number 6, Mark Purdon, 130 into dollar. Second I Am, number 11 at 260. Pay Me Way, number 1, $1.40. 28 the last quarter, 159.4 for the last mile. Well done to Johnny Cox. He made the favourite earn it. When he found the lead, he went up and surfed it up enough for Superfecta to hand up. And I Am, look, the margin's only going to be half a length, but Mark wasn't moving a whole lot. Pay Me Way handy enough on the inside, and fourth is pretty close. The winner is raced by Phil and Glynis Kennard. A Better's Delight Super Smooth 4-year-old. And the other owners include Marie Lancaster, Neville Lancaster, Rex Nola and Cheryl Rasmussen. Had plenty in reserve, Greg, but at least Johnny Cox made a race of it by going to put it to the favourite going into the back.
He was pulling pretty hard, wasn't he, Art I Am? He's been brave in second. He's got a future, hasn't he? Pretty brave effort to finish second behind Superfecta, who makes it 3 from 8, and Pay Me Way in third. Here's the call.
Second 11, Art I Am, and third 1, Pay Me Way. Fourth has gone to 7, Rockefeller, from 10, Avros Bracoli, and 5, Go Fella Go. 6, 11, 1, 7, 10, 5. The margin's half a length, 3 lengths, a nose. The winner's time was 3:14.5, a mile rate of 2 minutes, 0.3. The last 857.8, last 427.8.
Favourite takes out the last at Addington and does it very, very impressively for Mark Purdon. I think they've got 3 in tonight, 3 very good winning chances. Of course, Stars Align goes round on the last, a short-priced favourite. Our shortest price favourite of the night goes round on the next here at Alexandra Park in Temporale. 140 on the fixed odds, 160 on the tote. Tony Hurley, he takes the drive. Off the back of a very, very good win last start. Was a little bit scratchy early on, but once Tony got it down and around to the front, won quite nicely. And the form out of the race has been great because the horse that ran second, Hot Chocolate Tart, went on to win a week later. Superfecta paid $1.30 and $1. Art I Am keeps improving, $2.60, and Pay Me Way $1.40. Quinella paid $7.90, the trifecta $20.60, the first 4 on 6, 11, 1 and 7, $119 even. The early triple there tonight, 2, 4 and 6, $27.50, and they've gone a very good 3:14 for meeting 8, race number 3 at Addington tonight. There is Temporale. He'll head towards the Breeders' Crown, along with the fillies Highgate and Wilmer's Mate. Breeders' Crown contenders, of course, we've got a big part to play in the Breeders' Crown this year. Horses like Pacing Major, Party On, Franco Cristiano. I think Custodian had a trial the other day. It's ready to go. And this trotter here, Temporale, Kiwi's big part to play for the Breeders' Crown. And this bloke, he's just taken a little bit of time to develop, and he's getting better and better as the Monarchies do. Put him clearly on top here, in front of Lucky Fortune and Hot Chocolate Tart. Hot Chocolate Tart beat Lucky Fortune last week on its merits, but the 2,700 metres tonight may even things up a bit more. She's always been a good short distance horse, Hot Chocolate Tart. Lucky Fortune, on the other hand, seems to go better over the 2,700. So 3 to beat 5 and 2. Outside those two, I'd put Terrascova into the top 4 for Luck Chin. Mare's been racing right through the winter. She's had plenty of racing, but hasn't seemed to harm her. Last 2 efforts have been quite good, and she's one of those horses that you always put in your thick end of your first 4s. If the favourite's made a mistake, she would be one to capitalise here. 8, Terrascova. Donka's scratched here. We'll go round later on in the last tonight, runner number 6. Which just joined us here at the park tonight, and you've got in from work. First race was taken impressively by Bronze Over, and the second Quinellid by the Anna Donnelly, No Way Else, and Hootie Haxwell. There is runner number 4, Young Strange, of course, in the Trevor Grant colours. Derek Ball trains. A little bit disappointing since his first up effort at the park, but he's galloped on the last 2 occasions. Derek's driving tonight. Remember, there's only one off the front. The rest are all off 10 metres, so it'll be a big row off the second row. The Unrulies, Moment of Truth, Terrascova and Cool Sun. Young Stranger at a quote of 35 and 7. Son of Bryland Boys having started 72 tonight. There is Hot Chocolate Tart. Got the accumulator bonus last week. Nikki Chilcott having it win at Alexandra Park, and I think more than 15 starts as a trotter. Nice performance too. Took a stake earnings over $80,000 now, Hot Chocolate Tart. Winner of 7 races. What she's got is very good manners. As I say, 2,700 is probably right at the thick end of what she can get, but if she stepped and found the marker pegs and took the short way home, as she did 2 starts ago here behind Temporale, she's a great first 4 chance. Here's the old boy, Moment of Truth, as I mentioned last week. They're looking for him to race as a 14-year-old next season. He's had 182 starts, and I know Lisa Milner in the press was suggesting she'd love to see him get to 200 starts. He's only 18 away and will race as a 14-year-old. Moment of Truth. Let's get upstairs to Aaron White with his call on race number 3 tonight. Aaron's numbers are 3, 5, 2 and 1. Aaron, Temporale, he was very good last week. He did put in an early gallop. He came back down again tonight with only one off the front, and he's off the 10 metres. He's not going to be disadvantaged.
No, he's not going to be disadvantaged. He should win for fun here if he does everything right. Tony Hurley, he's a really exciting prospect, of course, was placed in the Northern Trotting Derby here also at Temporale. The 5, Hot Chocolate Tart, did chase home Temporale 2 starts ago prior to its success last week. We'll put in the 2, Lucky Fortunes, well back in form for the Neils, and Rise to Success, not the worst. She's the only one off the front tape, must be considered for all combination bets. The Great Success filly. 3, 5, 2 and 1 for me here, Craig, in the 3rd.
Thanks, Aaron. On start time now, 150 the tote for Temporale. Other horses need to talk about. It's going well at the moment is Cool Sun. Most of his form is left-handed, not right-handed, though. He's won 1 from 10 here, but he's obviously more comfortable the right-handed way of going. Phil Butcher, who's sitting on 49 wins for the season, he's trying to get 1 more. Having his best season ever, Phil Butcher. Sitting on
Frank Phelan, calling the square gators forward. Thanks, Craig. In the 3rd, the GCT Valuers Handicap Trot and the Barrier Strands do release and Rise to Success. Okay, off the front tape. The slowest away was Cool Sun, but is down and trotting as Lucky Fortune now works around. Rise to Success. Race favourite Temporale gallop for a stride or 2. He's back down and trotting. He'll settle in 6th with Hot Chocolate Tart now outside the speed, and Terrascova comes around her, and they're followed by Moment of Truth and Young Stranger. Tony just giving Temporale plenty of time to fill into that big frame like he did a couple of weeks ago, and Cool Sun back at the tail as they work off the showgrounds turn and work into the lane. Lucky Fortune from Terrascova, Hot Chocolate Tart 3rd trailing, 3 lengths away to the old boy Moment of Truth, then Rise to Success, followed by Young Stranger. Is 6 lengths away in the field to a Temporale, and 3 off his back is Cool Sun. The GCT Valuers Handicap Trot 2 circuits to go, and around the lead is Terrascova Cover for Luck Chin. From Lucky Fortune, Hot Chocolate Tart. That leaves the old boy out parked now. And that being Moment of Truth around Rise to Success. There followed Young Stranger. Still 4 lengths away to Temporale. And Cool Sun is the last with 1,800 metres left to go. So Terrace Cover into the back. Lucky Fortune, Andrew Neil with the lovely gun run. And 3 back is Hot Chocolate Tart for Nicky Chilcott. 4 back on the inside, Rise to Success with Moment of Truth out parked. Back on the inside, Young Stranger. Temporale's got 1-1 cover on the back of Moment of Truth as they run by the lead time 1:28.1, and Cool Sun and Philip Butcher the last as are about to turn off the back. Terrace Cover from Lucky Fortune. Hot Chocolate Tart, Moment of Truth is inching forward out parked. Around Rise to Success, Temporale being patiently handled by Hurley. He's 1-1 around Young Stranger, and Cool Sun has the back of the hot favourite as they sweep across the showgrounds turn and about to approach the lane. Terrace Cover over Lucky Fortune trailing, then Hot Chocolate Tart out parked. Moment of Truth for Peter Ferguson. Back on the inside, Rise to Success and Todd McFarlane. Temporale 1-1. A Young Stranger, Derek Ball second last against the Pegs. 33 and 1 the opening quarter. And Cool Sun the last as the bell chimes. Terrace Cover will stride into the final circuit. Over Lucky Fortune, Moment of Truth now third and parked. Hot Chocolate Tart fourth and 3 back on the inside as they scoot around the stables corner. Temporale 1-1 around Rise to Success, Cool Sun and Young Stranger the last pairing. 850 to go. GCT Valuers trot. Second quarter in 32.6. Terrace Cover leads from Lucky Fortune. Lovely run in the trail. Moment of Truth third and park. Then Hot Chocolate Tart. Temporale. Well, after that early gallop, Tony Hurley's been very patient on this warm favourite. Then Cool Sun, Rise to Success. Young Stranger the last. 500 to go. Terrace Cover off the back. Moment of Truth is right there. Lucky Fortune will wait the passing lane. Temporale 2 off the lead with 400 to go. Then Hot Chocolate Tart, Cool Sun, Young Strangers gallop. Rise to Success the last. Back straight quarter 28 and 8. Terrace Cover for home. From Moment of Truth and Temporale joining in. Then Lucky Fortune for the passing lane. Hot Chocolate Tart is in a pocket and behind, and Cool Sun getting to the outside. Terrace Cover, Lucky Fortune's gallop. Moment of Truth, here's Temporale. Hot Chocolate Tart up the inside. Temporale and Hurley driven for home now. From Moment of Truth and Terrace Cover. And Temporale, well, he'll just get in. He'll get in by a neck, but he only had to do what he had to do for Hurley tonight. They were followed Moment of Truth. Geez, that's been a brave run for second in front of Terrace Cover. Back over on the inside then to Hot Chocolate Tart. Cool Sun the next. Young Stranger blew it with a late gallop at about the 300. Lucky Fortune galloped as they balance up for the run home. A Rise to Success the last 332.4. 29.5 was the final 800 metres. Well, he gave us a wee fright at the start again, Temporale. But Tony just getting enough out of him just to make sure he gets the win. You don't need to win by big margins. He's still a work in progress, isn't he? He still wasn't trotting the squarest in the home straight there either, Temporale. But once the penny fully drops on the Monarchy 3-year-old, his next season could be a very, very profitable one. That is for sure. Temporale over the very game. Old boy, Moment of Truth, he'll get second. Terrace Cover will be the third across in the GCT Valuers Handicap Trots.
Official placings, race 3, GCT Valuers Handicap Trot. 378-592. 378-592. Horse 3, Temporale, trot of the 2,700 metres from a stand and a handicap and a net time of 3:31.6. Mile rate of 26.1. Last 858.3 and the 429.5. The margins are half length, 1 length, 3/4 of a length. 378-592. All official race 3 GCT Valuers Handicap Trot.
Temporale back at the head of the field, raced by DP Biddle-Kim along with D.I. Donaldson, Mrs. S. Hurley and KJ Risley. Tony Hurley, the trainer driver, the Iceman, back at the head of the field with the Monarchy, who's in the nest. 3-year-old Bay Gelding. GW and Mrs. BM Hurlston, the breeders. Temporale win 4 at start number 10. The Iceman will bring the hot favourite back at the head of the field. Matthew Taylor and co. From GCT Valuers down there, part of the victory celebrations. Paul Barry, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club. Also in attendance as the Mitavite Black Bike comes back into the victory circle. Tony also the Woodland Stud, sponsored Rainsman. 7 Moment of Truth, sunned on 13-year-old Bay Gelding out of Now's the Moment. Miss Elias Milner, the owner. Lisa Milner trained at QMU and Peter Ferguson. 8 Terrace Cova Monarchy. Barsu Cova, 5-year-old Bay Mare for third. Raced by RJ Erickson, AC Paisley, KA Irwin, along with CJ Cross and Dr. Elias Chin. Luck Chin, the trainer-driver out of Tamaheri. Temporale to return. $1.50 and $1.10, $1.50, $1.10. 7 Moment of Truth, $2.60, $2.60. Terrace Cova, $3 even, 3 even. Quinella, $10.40, $10.40. Trifecta, $82.50, $82.50. The first 4, $207 even, $207. The early treble on the card tonight, bronze over 6, 3 No Way Else, and now 3 Temporale, $22 even, $22. Race 4, the Ignite Architects, Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres. Scratch number 4, Spring Campaign. Shield Maiden number 1, Morris McHenry, the Magic Man, $2.20, $1.90. Comes up the early favourite for the 4th. Time to go at 16 minutes after 7 o'clock.
The business 10 of race 6. All up there. A on CPF for the class 2s. Lewis Hent on its way. Set to go, ready. And racing and flying out wide here as Elite Dose is going to go straight to the lead now from Narahoe. Driving up on the outside, Trendy Viv, not too far away. Opawa Tomo looking for racing room. Serve Your Purpose goes wide. Then we go to Opawa Sprinter. Pacific Vibe, Allegro Less. They come for home. The inside Elite Dose. The outside Opawa Tomo drives the outside. Got up. Opawa Tomo, Elite Dose break back there to Narahoe. Gets to third. Great line up here for 4th. They were coming from everywhere. We had Serve Your Purpose. Opawa Sprinter wasn't too far away. Trendy Viv was out wider. And then we go back on crossing to Allegro Lass. And Opawa Sprinter just called that one, was back there. The other one, Pacific Vibe, was just up ahead of them. Opawa Tomo over the top of the 7 Elite Dose, 17.85 the time. And the 1 will beat the 7. The downgrader Naraho will get third, and the 2 Serve Your Purpose for that fourth placing 17.85. Power Tomo isn't won for a fair while, but we'll get the win tonight. Always was going to be very strong in the final stages of the race. Got close enough, only had to get past Elite Dose, who showed plenty of box speed, and she's going to have to settle for another second placing. 3/4 by 4, 1.5, 1.76, and the 2 1.76 and 2.17.85. Run home 10.86, and that first lead up time not available as yet. Apawa Tomo will come back ahead of the field, win 5 off 38 for Mike Sinnott and Nathan Udy. Time to get though back to Addington. We are up to race number 4. Rummages the favourite there at 4.20 and 1.60 as we return to you, Greg.
Yeah, thank you, Daryl. Your 7th, 2, 1, 3 and 5 in about 25 minutes. Rummages the favourite. We did speak to Brendan Hill. Of course, he won the first with Cruisy Dude, and then Pay Me Way was third in the previous. 2 very good seconds behind Ultimate Fella in Chapter 1. Kimberly Blakemore gets an opportunity to get a win as a junior, and if he races as well as what he has been, she'll get every chance at that. 1762, the numbers Wanganui race 6, 8.20, 2.20, $2 and 1.90, 22.70, that's the Cornella dividend, $500.90 the trifecta, 1762 first 4, $1,667.70, 4-1 double, $35, 4-7 concession has paid 11.20, 3-4-1 treble, 318.80, 318.80. There's the 5 in the book, Mighty Empire, John Howe, team racing well. I Am very brave second in the previous. Tonight to be driven by Kimberly Butt. Well, Kim, you've had the benefit of a drive
winter racing.
Mighty Empire once before, and she was placed on that occasion.
Yeah, she actually skipped away a couple of strides, but settled back on the fence and got a run through and run home really nicely. Hoping if she behaves early and gets a sit, and hopefully she can be running on late too.
Yeah, similar sort of run tonight would see her in the money, one would think. Pristine in race number 5. What a nice horse this, and a nice win.
Yeah, she's been a really lovely horse for Nana and Bill and Tim and that, and last week she ran on 2 weeks ago, so I ran on super behind Wilma's Maid. I thought was a very nice effort, and 2 starts ago, won superbly at Oamaru.
Yeah, and beat Blazing Under Fire on that occasion, has been a subsequent winner. What would need to unfold to give her a best winning chance tonight?
She's best driven with a sit at the moment. She can get keen if she's out in the open, so hopefully a run like that would be perfect for her.
Craddock in race number 8, a bit of breeding about this horse, and really nice win on Sunday.
Yeah, he's actually a full brother to Pristine, and he went super on Sunday, like he never left second gear and just cruised it, but obviously a step up into C1, and as long as his manners are all there, I think he can handle it.
All right, last year drives as Sancy. It probably needs to lift a little bit, but it completes your racing night.
Yeah, she's an honest wee mare and actually handled her first start at Addington quite well last week, so we'll hope for a nice easy run and see how she goes.
13 winning drives for Kimberly Butt this season, and a good chance here with Mighty Empire, the 4-year-old mare by Better's Delight, who's had another record-breaking season. Stock of his winning over $6 million. There's the 3 in the book. Lucky Luciano, Christian Cullen, Andres Blue Chip, plenty of breeding about it as well. Darren Keys for Crandell Getty. First up since a northern sojourn, but has been to the trials at Ashburton and beat Oneiden Highlander on that occasion, has Darren Keast in the bike for his boss, Crandell Getty. So in summary, Rummage for me looks the best winning chance in the race. Mighty Empire, despite its owners and the unruliness of those, Mark Mack. Brother Mo wasn't overly thrilled with your comments about him last time. I'm sure he'll catch up with you at some stage. But there's a bloke in the ownership, Mike Bodine, good fella. Boogie, as he's well known, actually sold me a golf club only about 4 or 5 months ago, Mark, for a couple of jugs. I can tell you it was worth a couple more than that.
Oh, a little bit on the take.
What about being on the take? I think he's got a wardrobe full of them, and I was just the recipient of one that didn't work for him.
Just getting back to Brother Mo, is he upset because truth hurts?
Possibly.
He's a loose cannon, knows it. No, he would know that's the case.
Ooh. Definite chance in the race. Mighty Empire found its way into your top 4.
Yeah, I went Lucky Luciano. I reckon we might see something special from the juniors here.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I just reckon we might get some fireworks.
Yeah, well, we've seen that a few times. Great series last week, and of course, Stevie Golding, the victor, still getting ribbed about his singing thereafter he'd won that. But yeah, if you missed it, tune into or check out HRNZ. It's on the homepage. You wouldn't miss it now.
He nearly should have got the gig singing at the awards tomorrow night.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Addington have put out some facts and figures in the last couple of days, Mark, upping the ante for the new season to over $8 million in stakes, and some of the initiatives they've put in here with the Met Multiplier and the Breeders' Bonus and all of those things, they really need to be applauded. And of course, just back to the juniors, this is the last race in the Morris Holmes Memorial Trophy. The great man Morris Holmes, heaps of very good drivers have won this, and it's a terrific battle between Katie Cox and Stevie Golding. They're tied on 25 points. Matt Anderson doesn't have a drive, so he can't accumulate any for on 24, and then tied for fourth at the moment. Craig Ferguson and Matt Purvis both with 21 points. 4 for first, and then 3, 2, 1 from there. So if you want to follow that, Katie or Stevie getting in the top 4 and beating the other one will get them home.
And while we're acknowledging junior drivers' feats, Cherie Tomlinson turned 18 yesterday. So to you, Cherie, happy birthday for yesterday. And you're giving a real show here with Mordecai. Now $8.20 and $2.90. 1 of 2 in the race for Nora Bishop. They're easy to tell apart. Billy Klondike is as grey as they come. Mordecai is not. It's a bay. And Cherie looking for a late birthday present here. Martin John. All nuts and bolts, Billy Klondike. Also, Lucky Luciano, first go off the stand for it. Rummage. Gunpowder, Desirable Sticks. Mickey J, Better Luck. This is race number 4. Cup Day hospitality tickets now on sale. Addington.co.nz, the place to go to check them out. One area's already gone. Still plenty available, but they do sell fast, and we're almost at the end of the season, so they're focusing towards the cup before we know it. All nuts and bolts. Jack Harrington a catch drive if you're missing the driver in your book or your form guide. Extreme Guest on the inside. Ranfurly Rules 2. Lucky Luciano 3. Billy Klondike 4. Mighty Empire 5. Martin John 6. Desirable Stick 7. Gunpowder 8. All nuts and bolts 9 and Rummage 10 make up the front row. 11 Mordecai, 12 Mickey J, 13 Better Luck all in behind. Martin John has a rear. Dances left, dances right. Maybe Stevie singing to him. Had the dance happening. Getting closer. Billy Klondike balances up. Tapes the strain. Racing. And Martin John went away roughly. Lucky Luciano galloped away. Check Mordecai. Mighty Empire broke 2. And Ranfurly Rules and Billy Klondike have been left 6 lengths in front of Rummage and Gunpowder. On the inside is Extreme Guest, and then came All Nuts and Bolts and 2 lengths to Mighty Empire. Mickey J's against the inside from Martin John, Better Luck, and 2 lengths to Desirable Sticks. Last of the Winning Hopes, Mordecai. Lucky Luciano's about 75 metres away last of all, and the only Luciano that could win tonight's Luciano in the feature later on. Ranfurly Rules leads the way. Rummage 3 wide, Gunpowder in the middle. Billy Klondike's running fourth against the pegs as Rummage presses on to lead now. 2 lengths to All Nuts and Bolts. On the inside is Extreme Guest from Mighty Empire. 2 lengths to Mickey J, and the speed's good. Another 2 to Martin John around Desirable Sticks. 1.5 Better Luck, 2 to Mordecai. And Tudoff is Lucky Luciano. Below a lap and a half to run. And Rummage being tackled for the lead by Gunpowder. Ferguson has the earplugs out, driven it hard. It'll get over now. And Gunpowder leads Rummage by a length and a half. Running third, Ranfurly Rules, and All Nuts and Bolts is ahead away fourth and parked. Billy Klondike has fall back the inside of Mighty Empire. Better Luck and Mordecai from the back when they back the speed off. They take off. On the inside next is Extreme Guest from Mickey J. Now Gunpowder's wobbled to the middle of the track coming to the straight, so Rummage has got through. And the last 2 of the pack are Desirable Sticks and Martin John, and 15 to Lucky Luciano. 1:20.3 the lead time. Gee, this has been good for those in the neutral. And Better Luck's gone around to lead Rummage by a length and a half. Mordecai 3 wide to third. Gunpowder's now fourth in the running line. Led into the straight, is now 1-1 on the exit to the straight. Ranfurly Rules 3 back the pegs. In the running line next is All Nuts and Bolts from Billy Klondike, Mighty Empire, Desirable Sticks. Then Extreme Guest, Mickey J, Martin John, tailed off Lucky Luciano, 31 the first quarter. And Better Luck, Katie Cox looking to win the Morris Holmes Vase for the juniors, leads a length and a half. Leaders back Rummage, Kimberly Blakemore looking for her first winning drive, and Mordecai Zanekaway third. 3 back the inside, Ranfurly Rules. A head away next is Gunpowder. Lying 4 back on the pegs is Billy Klondike. Then All Nuts and Bolts, Mighty Empire. They were followed then by Desirable Sticks. Martin John 3 wide looking for a card up. Extreme Guest is 4 wide. And 2 lengths to Mickey J. 30.1 the second. 61.1 for the half. And Better Luck still leads a length and a half. Mordecai. Rummage waits on the terror to love it. Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. Mighty Empire 3 wide to 4th. Then Ranfurly Rules. Gunpowder and Billy Klondike. The third quarter in 30.1. There must be a snake on that last turn because Better Luck wobbled out too. Better Luck Rummage has come through. Ranfurly Rules. Billy Klondike deep on the lane. Mordecai still there. Extreme Guest. Ranfurly Rules went through strongly. Mighty Empire. Extreme Guest. Rummage kicking out wide Martin John, but Ranfurly Rules. Ranfurly Rules will win it. Has beaten Extreme Guest and third a photo. Mighty Empire and Martin John. Then Rummage, Billy Klondike, Better Luck, Desirable Sticks. Next in Gunpowder from Mordecai, All Nuts and Bolts. Mickey J and Lucky Luciano was the last one in. Number 2, Ranfurly Rules, 8.40 and 2.30. 1 Extreme Guest, 2.50. Third's a photo. Last quarter, 29. 2 minutes, 0.1 for the last mile. Can we just check what's lying on that last turn? Gunpowder ran off the pegs. Better Luck wobbled away from the inside around it. Ranfurly Rules took full advantage. And Craig Smith and Greg and Nina Hope have combined. Greg Pardones with the Ranfurly in syndicate. It'll be better than winning the Shield. And Richard Delicar, also a part owner. It's 2 from 32. I thought it might have been a good one, Gregory. That went beyond the above. That had something for everybody in that.
Yeah, it did, Mark. Entertaining race. Got to feel a little bit for connections of Rummage. It has locked wheels with Better Luck round the last bend when it was going to dash through. A few made mistakes early, including Mighty Empire and a couple of others. But Ranfurly Rules has picked up a win, dropping back in grade tonight, as you mentioned, raced by the Ranfurly Inn Syndicate, Richard Delicar and Greg Hope. Greg and Nina, their season continues, and young Craig Smith doing the driving gets the win with Ranfurly Rules. Win 5 at start 32. We'll get the judges' call, and we're pretty close to heading back to Alexandra Park.
Rules. Second, 1 Extreme Guest, and third, 6 Martin John. Fourth has gone to 5 Mighty Empire, from 10 Rummage, and 4 Billy Klondike. 2, 1, 6, 5, 10, 4. The margins 1 length. Half a neck, half a head, half a neck. Winner's time is 3:20.5, a mile rate of 2:04. The last 858.6, last 428.8.
He looked a good bet, didn't he? Ranfurly Rules on a downgrade from last week, dropping back to a C1. Good standing start, manners, and he was given a gun trip by Craig Smith. I think it was $7.50 last night. He's actually paid $8.40 on the tote. Ranfurly Rules for Greg and Nina Hope. Win number 5 from start 32. Alexandra Park, our next race, number 4. And a very short price favourite here is Shield Maiden. Beautifully bred, this one, by Better's Delight out of Altus Arena. This is the Huey Green family. 240, 150. There's Ranfurly Rules price, 842.30. Extreme Guest, $2.50, and Martin John, $3.10. The Quinellas paid $34.50. The Trifecta, $555.60. And the first 4 on 2, 1, 6, and 5 is paid $3,492.30. Just over $270 carried forward. The double $6.40, and the concession is $4 neat on 6 and 1. That's meeting 8, race number 4, Ranfurly Rules gets the money. There is Shield Maiden, a little 2-year-old filly, this one, by Better's Delight, as I say. Brian Hughes had the unfortunate news this week that his good mare, the Orange Agent, has been put aside again and won't race this year. Hopefully maybe back for Christmas racing or into the new year. So unfortunate news for John Green and Brian Hughes, the Orange agent, out for the rest of the year with an injury, and understand will be scanned this week. So the mayor's ranks, of course, with now the likes of Fight for Glory and a couple of others being retired. The Orange agent was in for a very good season. Now it'll be left to the 3-year-olds from last season, Golden Goddess, Piccadilly Princess and Dream About Me, as 4-year-olds to continue on. There's still a 3-year-old season into the 4-year-old season. There's number 10, Lincoln Superstar, David Butcher, 410, 180. She's been racing okay. She's had 2 pretty good trips in the last 2 starts. Trailed last week and battled on okay when Full Butcher drove. Dave tonight picks up the drive, 410, 180 for Lincoln Farms. Filly by Mac 3 out of Claire de Lune. I like runner number 6, Check In here. If I was backing one at each way price, if you're not taking the favourite. 2-year-old by Mac 3 out of Time to Fly. Scott Phelan drives. Good last start behind Jessica Bromack. Again, only a 2-year-old, but at a nice price of $8, around number 6, Check In. For me, it was 1 to beat, 6 and 10. The roughie in the race is number 11, Savannah, trained by Wayne Fawcett, fully by Jeremy's Jet. Her sectionals in the last 2 starts have actually been quite good. She's ended up back in the field from terrible draws. Drew the outside of the front last week and no better tonight from the outside of the second row, but she's actually going good races. I think she'll make the grade, this filly. Probably a little bit weak still and a big filly, but she does get to the line nice. And if she gets a decent trip at $25 and $5.50 at the place, she'd go in my first 4s here, number 11, Savannah. Janet Guthrie, runner number 3 here. Derek Ball trains. James Stormont takes the drive. Just had a quick talk to James about Mum's Pride. Unfortunately, he's gone a miss again, Mum's Pride, and he'll be out for the end of probably the end of this year and into the early part of next year. So it's a shame. Similar injury to what he did last time, Mum's Pride. And of course, the trotter, good enough to win 9 races, and very disappointing news for James. He's had a pretty tough time of it at the moment, and he takes the drive here on runner number 3, Janet Guthrie, trained by Derek Ball. Aaron's numbers are 1, 2 and 10. He's got Machine Guns and Gems for Kyle Marshall in race number 4 as well. Aaron, as I come to you, the Ignite Architects Mobile Pace, we're going to honour a guy tonight that's having his last drive at the park in Dane, Alexandra. I think he's rising, 81 years of age. I think he's been driving for around about 60 years, and of course he drives later on tonight Idealistic, his last drive at Alexandra Park.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good if she could win too, Craig? That comes up in, what race is that tonight? Race 8 tonight for Dane Alexander. He's going to give up the driving. He'll continue to train the odd 1 or 2 horses around him, and it'll be great to see Dane around the traps as well. But he's always enjoyed his driving, that's for sure. And as you mentioned, 81 years young and out there still performing with the best of them. Here in the 4th, 1, 2, 10, 3 for me. Shield Maiden, the Bettor's Delight filly out of Alta Serena, so she's got all the breeding. Morris McKendry, Brian Hughes. The 2, Machine Guns and Gems, she's been okay the last few races. Kyle Marshall for Dad David. The 10, Lincoln Superstar. Ignite Architects Mobile Pace. Runners in behind the yellow bar arm for the 4th on the card tonight. Season finale for the Auckland Trotting Club for 2015-16. Shield Maiden, brave second last Friday night, comes up with the plum draw tonight. The Magic Man Morris McKendry aboard as they swing into the lane. 2 1/4 laps under the ribbon of light. Green light up, they're off. Shield Maiden out of ones, out nicely. Janet Guthrie and Machine Guns and Gems will race the filly early. Out wider on the track, Ultimate Angel. They're followed by Art of Gold, and then came Lincoln Superstar as Janet Guthrie does cross Shield Maiden as they get around the stables corner. Back in the field then, we have Savannah, followed by Empty Pockets. Back there too on settling down was El Classic, Turbulent Flow, and Check In will be the last. So Janet Janet Guthrie, James Stormont into the back by 2, Shield Maiden. Ultimate Angel striding forward out to Park now for Hurley. Back on the inside, Art of Gold, and then 1-1 Machine Guns and Gems for Kyle Marshall, tracked up by Lincoln Superstar. Savannah's got her back. Turbulent Flow on the markers with El Classic to its outside. Empty Pockets check in the last pair. 43 and 4 was the lead time. 1500 to go in the Ignite Architects pace. And as they sweep across the showgrounds turn, Janet Guthrie leads. Shield Maiden, Lovely Dragon the trail. Ultimate Angel third and parked. Around on the inside, Art of Gold, and 1-1 Machine Guns and Gems. Then Turbulent Flow on the Wizard Todd Mitchell. 4 back the inside. Lincoln Superstar starts a run out 3 wide as check in from the back was also coming forward for Scotty Phelan. Savannah's the next. El Classic second last. Empty Pockets the last. 33 and 3 was the opening split. They work down to the Judge Bell and 1 to go. Janet Guthrie, the Jeremy's Jet filly, leads. Striding up check-in with Purpose on the outside for Scotty now to be parked as they turn into the final circuit. Lincoln Superstar about to get 1-1 cover. Shield Maiden still enjoying the lovely run in the trail. There followed Ultimate Angel on the outside of Art of Gold. Machine Guns and Gems are half a dozen lengths off the lead. In midfield, Turbulent Flow a length off it. Savannah to its outside. Back in the field, El Classic. And the last is Empty Pockets, 29 and 6 the second quarter. Through the back they go. Janet Guthrie leads by a half a length. Check in. Shield Maiden, the Magic Man's enjoyed the lovely run in the trail with the race favourite. 1-1 Lincoln Superstar. Then Art of Gold on the inside of Ultimate Angel. Machine Guns and Gems. Turbulent Flow as the speed goes on again. Savannah's well back. Empty Pockets. El Classic the last 400 to run. Janet Guthrie back straight quarter 28.9. Leads 3 quarters. Check in. Shield Maiden back on the inside. There followed Lincoln Superstar. Art of Gold. Further back is Ultimate Angel. Savannah. Machine Guns and Gems as they swing and come for home. Janet Guthrie check in. Shield Maiden passing lane. Lincoln Superstar. Janet Guthrie. Shield Maiden comes strongly. Check in there. In front Janet Guthrie. Shield Maiden on the passing lane and check in. Still Janet Guthrie. Shield Maiden the inside. They hit it. I say Janet Guthrie gets it a nose. Shield Maiden very tight though. They were followed then by Check in third. They were followed Lincoln Superstar and Ultimate Angel. Machine Guns and Gems in behind. Then Empty Pockets. El Classic back in the field. Art of Gold. Savannah. And the last across Turbulent Flow in 2:44.9. 29.5 the final quarter. Janet Guthrie and James Stormont. Shield Maiden just paced roughly there at the 60 metre mark. Check-in was there. Lincoln Superstar late. Janet Guthrie gets the head out. Yep, she's in. Janet Guthrie from Shield Maiden. Check-in. Lincoln Superstar. Ultimate Angel will be the 5th over. A good finish in the Ignite Architects mobile pace. Shield Maiden with that rough stride at the 60 metres. I say that's cost her the race. Take nothing away from the win though of Janet Guthrie.
Official placings race 4, the Ignite Architects mobile pace. 316.10.72. 316.10.72. Horse 3, Janet Guthrie, paced the 2200 metres in 2:44.91. Mile rate of 2 minutes 0.66. Last 858.5 and the 429.5. The margins are half head, a half neck. 316.10.72. Race 4, the Ignite Architects mobile pace.
All runs have had merit to tonight's maiden success for Janet Guthrie, raced by Owen Gillies. Derek Ball trained at Pukekohe, and James Jimmy Stormont to come back at the head of the field. The Jeremy's Jet 3-year-old brown filly out of Milkaduno. Hence the name Janet Guthrie, one of the best female drivers that we've seen over the years in motorsport. Janet Guthrie back at the head of the field. Alabar New Zealand Limited, the breeder. and will be greeted by Jeremy Whelan and the team from Ignite Architects. Gordon Robertson, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club down there, also part of the victory celebrations. One Shield Maiden, Better's Delight Alta Serena, 2-year-old bay filly for JP, Mrs. ME along with PC and HJ Green. Brian Hughes trained at Ardmore, Morris McKendry. 6 check-in third, Mark 3, Time to Fly Bay, 2-year-old gelding. Stonewall Stud Limited, SR Plant, BD Cameron the owners. Steve Telfer, Chris Garlick trained at Papakura, and Scott Phelan. 3, Janet Guthrie returns $10.70 on the win machine and $2.60 on the place. $10.70 and $2.60. 1 Shield Maiden, $1.50. $1.50 and 6 check in at $2.20 to $2.20. Quinella $8.10, $8.10. The trifecta $153.40, $153.40. First 4, $449.50, $449.50. 3 and 3 in the double. Temporale now with Janet Guthrie returns $11.10. 11.10, 3 and 1 concession with Shield Maiden, $1.10, 1.10. Gann-Allen Mobile Pace, 2,200 metres to open a double, and also the Place 6 competition on the card tonight. Here's race number 5, and the defection is number 7, Scanrico Bay. Arden's Choice, horse 6, Zach Butcher, $1.90 money back. It's come up the early favourite over 3, Bonnie's Khaleesi at $4.30 and $2.30, and 5, Mr. Euroman, $5.80 and $1.70. The 5th is time to go at 10 minutes to 8 and 25 minutes.
Outstanding box 1 form, possibly the value in the race. You can't ignore that box 1 record. 5 starts in the red rug, 4 wins and a placing. Gets into box 1, recently coming up to class 2 and did run in class 2 company, getting out to a good lead. Run down by Autumn Lights here a couple of weeks ago, but could set them up in front here. Kirkham Kobe, and looking to keep that very good box 1 record intact. Opara Extreme for Marcy Flip on the downgrade, gets away from class 3. He's going to find this a lot easier, and will be hoping to put himself into the race. Has been a bit disappointing at the boxes lately. Will need to start better, but will appreciate the drop in class. Homebush Buck, and a good solid dog. Homebush Buck has been a 12 race winner, and as you can see in the form line, just never really goes a bad race. He's always sort of in behind the action. If he gets his own way early and gets a clean beginning, he could easily put himself into the race and be very competitive. But just getting on a wee bit now, and getting close to that 3.5 for Mark Homebush Buck, but still plenty of prize money to come from John McInerney's charge. Bill Hodden's got 2 in the race. The other one is Charlie Bobo, and Charlie Bobo has been lightly raced, just a couple of runs this month, and will be better. The race fitness getting up there for Charlie Bobo, and not a bad run, fresh up here last week, and then lined up on Monday at the Manawa 2, finishing 4th. Just had a bit of bad luck getting across from that outside draw, just got hit a couple of times, and Charlie Bobo probably a wee bit better. Probably the opposite from Swiftly Chloe, a bit better on this track than what he is on his home circuit in Palmerston North. And a big wonder out wide for Marie Gowan has caused a couple of big upsets on this track. The last 2 runs not too bad, and that run at the beginning of the month did set them up in front, was run down by Freddie Bedrock, and we'll be looking to take a flyer from the outside. And once again, Big Money is the rank outside of Big Wonder. Good luck with your place 6. Doubles and trebles kicking off here with the Wanganui Chronicle for the Class 2s. Petal Sonnet the favourite. $3 with the book and $3.20, $1.80. Lisa Ahern looking to just get that little bit closer to the 400 mark. Livercent on its way. Set to go, ready. And racing into jumping well there was the inside. Kirkham Covey now trying to come across as Big Wonder, also punching up the Swiftly Chloe. They've broken away now on Petal Sonnet, getting around the outside. Swiftly Chloe of that just called that around the outside of them. Charlie Bobo back here we go to, getting a bit of a shuffle. Opara Extreme also back in the field. Homebush Buckman Express across the top, and Kirkham Covey sets him up in front. 4 or 5 Big Wonder not too far away there is Swiftly Chloe trying to run into the races. Petal Sonnet, and just in behind that to Charlie Bobo. They go for home. Kirkham Covey well clear and races away to beat Swiftly Chloe. Very close here for third. There's nothing in this. Petal Sonnet was flying home. The inside Big Wonder very close. They got away on Red Express. Charlie Bobo also back on crossing. We would have had their Oparo Extreme was also back with Homebush Buck. 30.61 the time, very close for third. The 1 will get there. The 5 Swiftly Chloe will hold second, and third's going to be very close. Still awaiting for a number 2 appear. But Kirkham Covey keeping up this very good box 1 record, and has led all of the way for Matt Roberts. And that time again, 30.61, the 1 gets there. The photo there for third was between the 2 and the 8. The 2 has held third, ahead of the 8. Swiftly Chloe will run second, 1, 5, 2 and 8 the numbers. And just waiting for the times to come up. The times are incorrect at this stage on the board, so we'll just focus here on the margins. 2 3/4, 3 lengths and a nose. Just a bit of a couple of technical issues here with the semaphore board. Here's the lead up, 5:08 and 18.65, the mid section. So nice performance, Kirkham Covey keeping up this outstanding box 1 record. Win 6 now off 10 for the Roberts Cooney combination. Swiftly Chloe to second, and Petal Sonnet third over the 8. Wrapping up at race number 7. On to race number 8, the Adept Accountants Wanganui for the Class 4 sprinters. And this one will be timed to go at 7:58 as we come back to you, Greg, for your next at Addington.
Yeah, thanks very much for that. 7:15 and 8, Daryl, for you in your next. Race number 5 for us. This does complete the quaddie. Very open trotting race, this. We spoke to Kimberly Butt. She was quite keen on Pristine with the right sort of run. Can clearly get over the top of them. Kauai Monarch, it's a definite chance in it as well. While we've got an opportunity though, let's have a look at the Turbo terminating pick 6, of course, between here and Alexandra Park. As it gets a bit cooler here, Craig and I have got together, and to be fair, the month of July hasn't been very fruitful for us with these terminators. So this is the way we think you could play it tonight. Couple in the first leg. Now, Mr. Mojito, you may have heard me say earlier, spoke to Natalie Rasmussen. She believed he was a 60% chance of going away, 60 to 70. A 1 of 2 only off the front row, his first ever stand. She was worried about the horses running up behind. For that reason, I give Woodley Legend a chance. It's one of those things. You take one ticket with Mr. Mojito on top and on its own, and then you could take a string of them. Well, I just chuck Woodley Legend in. Harry Soul with the scratching of Mum's Pride out of that stands out. 1, 7 and 8 in the third leg for us. Mr. Handelman, Luciano and Vera's Delight. All of the McClellan runners, I reckon one of them will win them. Snow McClellan's team will win it. 3 and 5, just the 2 going around in that leg from Alexandra Park. Another Barry Purdon pair. New Year's J, and the other one being Hug the Wind. Then come back here. Now this is the trap leg. There's no doubt about that. Race number 8, 1, 7, 8, 12. I think 14 should be there. I think it should be. So we'll stick it in anyway. And then that last leg, you need a string of them from Alexandra Park, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get yourself a share of the Terminator tonight. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you stick that 14 Craddock in that fifth leg too. Anyway, that's how we saw it. Craig will talk more about his legs later on. Now, this is an open go. The Silver Fox, he was pretty good here last time. Matthew Williamson takes the reins, and of course this one a son of Pegasus Spur for Phil Williamson. Second here behind Jean Sebastian as part of that Junior Drivers Series, and the prior win was over Dusky Air, and that was at Awamaru. It's a great chance off the front. Hey Yo racing super. Jack Harrington, trainer driver, second to King of the Roses, and second to Una here 2 weeks ago. Wanganui result 1528, 420, 170, 120, 140, 830 Quinella, 4930 Trifecta, and 538.70, 1528. The seventh there from Wanganui. Don's my dad, flat as to deceive at times, trained by Greg and Nina Hope. They're looking for a race-to-race double after Ranfurly Rules took out the previous. And Rick May, the favourite in the Stonewall Stud Drivers Challenge. He puts himself in the race, or she does rather, the Sundon mare, and she'll do that again. Tessa's Rocket's done a good job this time in. Last up behind Amaretto's Son, so this is a step back in many ways, and the prior run was behind Wilman's Mate and got within 2 lengths, so that's not without a hope. 12 Monkeys, actually the overcheck got loose at its last start here, and the undercheck rather, not the overcheck, the undercheck, and did a pretty good job to stay in its gate. It's pretty close to a drop back, that horse, and when it does it can win another one. Mare by Monkey Bones. Pristine, Kimberly Butt gave it a nice push. This is Kowai Monarch's sort of race. Just spoke to Brian Rabbit about that. He said Mark Jones has a habit of finding the right races for this horse, and this might very well be one of those. Sam Otley, regular pilot aboard, and Aaron Chief, although back 30 metres, races well here at Addington Raceway and is driven by and trained, of course, by Andrew Fawkes, so it's not a forlorn hope either. Mark Mack, wide open go to complete the quaddie. Thus far you've needed on your ticket. First leg was taken out by the foot tap of the 4, second leg Superfecta the 6, and Ranfurly Rules. Now Craig Smith, would that be win 1 at Addington for him? I know he's won 3 races now, at least 1 at Forbury.
Yeah, I think it might be. I can't remember him winning one before here.
No, if it is, congratulations to you, Craig. Hard worker, of course, for the RJ Dunn team, and yeah, good luck to him.
And he just had that horse in the right spot the entire way, didn't he?
Yeah, look, those horses locking wheels around the bend. Rummage did look to be travelling well at the time, but you got to take your luck, and Ranfurly Rules did, as did Extreme Guess, and they ran 1-2.
They did indeed, and I'm big on Hey Yo here. I think she's flying. Well, there's no doubt she's flying at the moment. You only need to look at the form line around her. Drawn the front, second to Una. Una's gone on and competed well and won again since at Rangiora. Second to King of the Roses, with a very, very forward drive by Jack Harrington in the Darren DeFilippi Memorial Race.
Hey, Marcus.
Yeah, hello, broadcast.
David Little, this race named in his honour. 50 years he's been circulating around Addington Raceway as part of, the majority of the time, the car parking, gatekeeping roles. He's done it at Riccarton for a number of years as well, and he started here as a 15-year-old, as a runner for the people on the gates. Back then it used to be $3 to get in, from memory. Not 50 years ago, but you know what I mean.
Yep.
And yeah, they've named a race after him tonight, and he's a likeable fella, and yeah, really great to see them acknowledging that here tonight at Addington.
And he's having a celebration too downstairs. I think he's got a table and surrounded by family and friends, so certainly
downstairs
making the most.
for you, upstairs for most.
Oh,
who's
that? We go from a legend like David, 50-year service, to him. 5-minute service, and still wants everyone's job.
Oh, great call. I'll leave it with you.
Now, race 5's about to come up. Gee, there's 4 ordinary types in the grandstand, with apologies to Hayley and Ashley. But you mix with them. Now, Don's me dad, Hey Yo's about to come up. The Silver Fox, Natives Lasting Love, Pristine, Tessa's Rocket, Little Mo, Aaron Chief, and Kowai Monarch. There is one more too, 12 Monkeys, about to make its way back onto the track for the 5th of the night. The Addington thanks David Little for 50 years of service handicap. Hopefully David can find the winner of the race named in his honour for that half century of service. Natives Lasting Love as a rare. Land straight back on the front 2 feet. Don's me dad, Greg and Nina Hope, looking to go race to race. The Silver Fox comes up. Tapes release, they're racing. And Natives Lasting Love off the inside was actually first away. Kauai Monarch was just a little slow, and Hey Yo's gone into a gallop now. So it's Natives Lasting Love out by 2 lengths. Second, Don's Me Dad. The Silver Foxes running third, and 2 back running fourth as 12 Monkeys. Little Mo's on the inside, and a further 2.5 to Tessa's Rocket, Pristine Aaron Chief. 3 lengths to Kauai Monarch and 2.5 to Hey Yo back into a trot. Lap and 3/4 left to go, and it's Natives Lasting Love out by 2 lengths, and the speed's not bad. The Silver Fox is hoisted on the outside of Don's Me Dad, 2 to 12 Monkeys, 3 to Little Mo. 4 to Tessa's Rocket, 2 lengths to Pristine, 1.5 Aaron Chief, 2 Kauai Monarch, and 1.5 to Hey Yo, who must be 17 lengths off the lead. Natives Lasting Love and Kyle Cameron out by a length over the Silver Fox. 1.5 lengths away, third Don's Me Dad. 3 to 12 Monkeys, 2.5 Little Mo. 4, maybe 5 to Tessa's Rocket, 1.5 Pristine Aaron Chief. And then Kauai Monarch and Hey Yo as the Silver Foxes run to the lead. The gaps might close up in the field now. The Silver Fox is out by 1.5 lengths. Second, Natives Lasting Love, and third, Don's Me Dad. 2 back, fourth, 12 Monkeys, 1.5 Little Mo, Tessa's Rocket next. Then Pristine. Kauai Monarch's away from the inside, working up in the running line. Hey Yo's on its back, and Aaron Chief to the inside whips them in. 1,400 to go. The Silver Fox and Matty Williamson went the lead time in 1:18.2 and leads 1.5 lengths. Natives Lasting Lovers second, Don's Me Dad third, 12 Monkey swings away from the inside to park up. Little Mo's 1.5 lengths away fifth and followed it away from the Pigs. 2 to Tessa's Rocket, 12 Monkeys has gone up fast outside of the leader. Back half of the field, Tessa's Rocket, Pristine, Kauai Monarch, Aaron Chief and Hey Yo. 12 Monkeys has gone to the lead. Put 1.5 lengths on the Silver Fox. The first quarter went up in 32.7. Running third, Natives Lasting Love, Don's Me Dad fourth, Little Mo Park fifth. On the pegs, 5 backers, Pristine, and ahead away Tessa's Rocket, Kauai Monarch, Aaron Chief and Hey Yo. 900 metres to go. And 12 Monkeys and John Dunn by 1.5 lengths. Second, the leader's back is the Silver Fox, and Little Mo's parked over on the outside of Natives Lasting Love. Fifth, Tessa's Rocket, Don's Me Dad, 4 back the pegs. 1 length to Kauai Monarch, then Pristine, Hey Yo and Aaron Chief. It's 12 Monkeys getting a comfortable third quarter at this stage. The second 31.3, the half in 64, and at the moment the third quarter's not going to be much quicker. If that, then that. 12 Monkeys leads 1.5 lengths. Second on the leader's back, the Silver Fox, waiting for the Terror to Love at Pineleaf Farm passing lane. Little Mo loose reined outside them. 3 wide Tessa's Rocket, 4 wide Aaron Chief. Don's Me Dad, 1 off. Then Kauai Monarch, Hey Yo, Pristine, the pack right up. 5 lengths over them, 12 Monkeys. Third quarter, it was 32.2. Leads in by 1.5 lengths. Tessa's Rocket went by Little Mo to second. The Silver Fox getting an inside run from Aaron Chief. And then Hey Yo, it's the Silver Fox getting through. 12 Monkeys, Tessa's Rocket, Hey Yo still coming. The Silver Fox, Tessa's Rocket, Hey Yo, but the Silver Fox is the one. The Silver Fox has beaten Hey Yo. Tessa's Rocket in fourth is either 12 Monkeys and Unlucky Pristine. Don's Me Dad next. And then came Aaron Chief, Little Mo. Next to go by is Kauai Monarch and Natives Lasting Love. 3 the Silver Fox, Matty Williamson, 331.60. 4 Hey Yo, $2. And 6 Tessa's Rocket, $2.60. Matthew and Phil Williamson, the last quarter in 28.8. 2.5 for the last mile. It was a funny first lap. They actually ran the first lap quicker than they ran the bulk of the last lap. The Silver Fox worked hard to lead. And for Keith Stevens, Lynn Stevens, Andy Anderson and Mary Claire Anderson has now made it 4 from 27. So sort of upside down that race, wasn't it, Greg? With the Silver Fox working hard to lead and a fast first lap, and then a 32.2 quarter down the back, and the Silver Fox using the Terror to Love at Pineleaf Farm passing lane. And victorious in race number 5.
Yeah, win 49 for the season for Matthew Williamson, driving for his dad Phil, of course, and Phil with a record season. So they combine here with the Silver Fox, the Pegasus Spur at a Valley of the Moon. Win number 4 at start 27. 2 from 3 this campaign, and it's done it very nicely. Hey Yo, massive in second. Here's the call.
Silver Fox, second 4 Hey Yo, and third 6 Tessa's Rocket. Fourth has gone to 7 12 Monkeys, from 8 Pristine and 2 Don's Me Dad. 3 4 6 7 8 2 The margin's a long neck, a short head, 1 1/4 lengths ahead. The winner's time was 3:23.4, a mile rate of 2:05.9. The last 860.6, last 428.6.
So the sectionals there suggesting it was hard to come from off the speed. That's what was unlucky for horses like Pristine, making up good ground at late. 3:31.60 and win 58 for Phil Williamson. Hey Yo, $2. Tessa's Rocket, $2.60. 7:30 the Quinella, $92 Trifecta, $811.10. The first four did complete our opening quaddie, 4, 6, 2 and 3, $191.90. So that's the fifth, race number 6, which of course starts the turbo terminating pick 6 tonight, 8:06. So you have about 23 minutes to get involved there. Next race to go though, 6.5 minutes out from a start, the 5th from Alexandra Park, Craig Thompson when we come back on the other side. Arden's Choice at $2, Mr. Euroman, a good winner last time, $3.80. And Bonnie's Khaleesi from the same Hurley barn at $5. Short break and then back with Craig.
Welcome back to Alexandra Park. We're only about 20 minutes away from the start of the Turbo Pick 6. Of course, it kicks off at Addington, 3 legs there and 3 legs at Alexandra Park as well. Greg's gone through the suggested Pick 6 with you and the 3 legs that he has done. I'll have a quick look at the 3 legs from Alexandra Park. Of course, leg number 1, Mr. Mojito. Greg quite likes Woodley Legend at a bit of value in there. Leg number 2, anchoring Harry Sull here. So with a scratching of Mum's Pride and also 4 Ray out of the race, we only got 5 in it, and he was so good last start off a handicap. He gets the mobile tonight. He's such a tough horse, even if he had to sit parked out. I think the way he won last start, and we'll hear from Todd McFarlane prior to that race, he gave it a decent push. So Harry Sull at anchor tonight. Leg number 4 tonight, New Year's J and also Hug the Wind. I think they're the 2 that you need. New Year's J is my best bet of the night on the back of a very good run last start at the park. Its first one here, and when you hear from Zach Butcher, he gives it a decent plug as well. So if you had to go short, the 3, but with cover, the 5, Hug the Wind. Leg number 5, Greg's got a spread here in the trot. And the last leg here at Alexandra Park is the tricky leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 in the last leg. I think you'll need a fair few in the last. It's a leg where there's a $3.50 favourite in Chevron's Easy, but Gone Turnbull's who's fresh up on the back of a workout win. Benny and the Jets has got gate speed, may end up in a nice sit. Party Rage for David Butcher, Chevron's Easy, Norbeck Ruby and Everlasting Grace. I know that's a few in the last leg, but if you're going short with Harry Sull as an anchor, a lot of people will be anchoring Mr. Mojito and maybe only 2, Hug the Wind and New Year's J in leg number 4. You can certainly take a spread in the trot and the last. So that's a quick look at the suggested Pick 6 tonight. Of course, the first leg kicks off at just after 5 minutes past 8. You've got 20 minutes to get involved. $50,000 terminating and guaranteed. Zach Butcher drives Arden's Choice in race number 5. Zach, I thought Arden's Choice last week was a super run after missing away. Her sectionals out of that race were quite amazing.
Yeah, she's been racing super. Barry's, he seems to get her to go a lot better than me, so I keep telling him. But he's giving me the drive tonight. It's still a pretty strong field, but the way she's going to be right in it.
What's her forte? I mean, as a viewer, when you look at her races, she seems to be hitting the line well, but can she work in a race as well?
I think so. Would have been 3 or 4 runs back. Barry got pushed out at about the 600 and looped round them and got a flat tyre and still run 4th. So I think she can tough it when she needs to. It's sort of a race where there may be a bit of speed in there early, so we'll just probably drop in early and look to see what to do after that.
Great winning chance?
I think so.
Yeah, great winning chance. She's not going to get everything her own way because of the barrier draw and the way it sets up here with a bit of gate speed from Joe's Dream inside her and also out wide a Double Odino. But, gee, you had to be impressed with last week's run. Here's the sectionals out of it last week. Tick under 156 its last mile. 55.3 its last half. 26.8 its last quarter. And it came from last to get very close to Aliente, the stablemate, on a very wet night. I thought it was a massive run. Hey, she'll have to go back from the draw and she'll probably have to get over the top of them again, but gee, she's in good form. And we saw that run 2 starts ago where she sat parked out, as Zach mentioned, carried a flat tyre and pushed Bryden Ideal. Very, very hard to beat tonight. Arden's Choice looks a great bet. Todd McFarlane, he drives full speed ahead. I caught up with him earlier in the night. Todd, full speed ahead up from the South Island. He's had a couple of goes right-handed now. You get a drive from Barrier 2 tonight. What's his chances?
Yeah, look, to be honest, I don't know a lot about the horse, just what I've been watching. Probably needs to take a little bit of a step up, but he's got a draw to get a handy run tonight anyway.
Probably one of those horses that you watch over the next couple of months in the winter racing. Fitness will be a big asset after a couple of more runs?
Yeah, I think so. Just looking at his form, he'd been off the scene for quite a long time and, only a couple of starts back in, so you'd like to think he'd get better as he goes along.
He's one of those horses full speed ahead that... he's needed a bit of racing. As I say, been off the scene a very long time. 2 runs back this time in. Jack McKinnon drove him the first time, and Zach Butcher drove him last start, and he got a bit of a buffet at about the 400 metre mark last start behind Hank Bromick. So it wasn't the worst run, full speed ahead. And he's long odds, $21, $5 a place. Now with the Wallace Hackett team. 6 Arden's Choice on top for me. 5 Mr. Euroman, clearly the value in the race. $6.30 punters. He was enormous last start. He set parked out, 241. That's not normally his go. He's a horse with a bit of cover and one run at them. He had to do all the work last week and was still too good for them. In saying that, he's stepping out of Class 1 into 2 to 4 company, so this is significantly stronger, but he is getting stronger, Mr. Euroman. 6 to beat 5. Stablemate 3, Bonnie's Khaleesi, 5:40, 1:30. Morris McKendry will take the drive. Obviously, Tony sticking with Mr. Euroman. She's been in great form. A mare that seems to thrive with racing, Bonnie's Khaleesi. 3 starts at the park, 2 wins, 1 placing. Good draw for her. And Double Odino, I liked him last week. He was okay. He just died the last 100 metres, but he did work pretty hard. He may have to do that again from Barrier 7 tonight. 6, 5, 3 and 8 for me. Aaron's exactly the same numbers in race number 5. I think it'll be a very good form race this, Aaron. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it certainly will be, Craig. Yeah, I've put them in 6, 5, 3 and Arden's Choice into $1.70. Gan Allen Mobile Pace, the 5th on the card from Alexandra Park on the season finale program. Stars and Sounders drawn down on the inside, full speed ahead. So work into the lane, 2,200 metres. Set and ready for the Gan Allen, and the green light flashes. They're off and racing out of Barrier 2, full speed ahead on the journey well with Bonnie's Khaleesi, Stars and Sound back on the inside. Then Joe's Dream. Charleston Bell will settle down 4th, just in front of Joe's Dream now as they work onto the stables corner. Mr. Euroman, Arden's Choice, Double Odino. They've been taken back to be 3rd last, 2nd last and last respectively as they head out to the 1850 and full speed ahead, and Todd McFarlane leads from Stars and Sound. Bonnie's Khaleesi obliged to sit park. McKendry though looks to press forward on the outside. Then Charleston Bell, 4 lengths away in the field. Joe's Dream tracked up by Mr. Euroman, Arden's Choice and and Zach Butcher as the back of the second favourite, and back last Double Odino 42 and 4 was that lead time. 1500 to go in the Ganellan pace, and in front is full speed ahead Bonnie's Khaleesi. She'll have to sit second and parked, and sit parked the trip back on the inside. Stars and Sound into the 1-1 Joe's Dream for Sean Grayling around Charleston Bell and Philip Butcher. Mr. Euroman and the Iceman is 3 back in the running line. Arden's Choice on its back, and Double Odino and the Wizard Todd Mitchell. Their last as they swing into the lane. 1200 to go. Full speed ahead opening quarter. 31.2. Leads from Bonnie's Khaleesi. Stars and Sound Peter Ferguson. Lovely run in the trail, and Joe's Dream 1-1. Charleston Bell 3 back on the inside, then Mr. Euroman with Arden's Choice on the back of him, and Double Odino the last as they work the stables corner, their final time in the Ganellan pace. And it's full speed ahead, the Art Major 5-year-old, leading Bonnie's Khaleesi and Stars and Sound. Joe's Dream, Mr. Euroman is taking off now out 3. Back on the inside, Charleston Bell. There followed Arden's Choice, who stayed in as Mr. Euroman progresses forward. 31 and 3 the next quarter, and Double Odino full speed ahead through the back. Up on the outside, Mr. Euroman to its wheels, second and park. Then Stars and Sound, and 1-1 is Bonnie's Khaleesi. Back on the inside, then to Charleston Bell, followed Joe's Dream. Arden's Choice 5 or 6 off the leaders. They're about to a turn off the back and sweep across the showgrounds turn. Final time, she comes forward strongly now for Zach. Double Odino will track her into the race. 400 out. Back straight quarter, 28 and 9. Full speed ahead, Mr. Euroman. Arden's Choice, Double Odino out wider, then Stars and Sound. Bonnie's Khaleesi, and further back is Joe's Dream, homeward bound. Mr. Euroman gets the measure now of full speed ahead. Arden's Choice out after Mr. Euroman. 120 to go, Mr. Euroman, Arden's Choice. Mr. Euroman, Arden's Choice lengthens hard. Mr. Euroman, he's in for the fight. Arden's Choice lunging. May have got there, Arden's Choice. Mr. Euroman, photo finish. Full speed ahead, third, then Joe's Dream, Charleston Bell, Double Odino. Stars and Sound second last, and the last across, Bonnie's Khaleesi, 241.2, 27.2 was the final quarter. Thrilling finish to the Ganellan Mobile pace. It'll be another judge's decision, but maybe, just maybe, Arden's Choice. She'll just get the measure of Mr. Euroman right on the line. Full speed ahead will be third, and fourth Joe's Dream, but the go for the prize. Let's have a look for the win. Yeah, Arden's Choice just getting over the top of Mr. Euroman. Great home stretch battle between that pair. Full speed ahead third, and Joe's Dream to make up the first 4 in the Ganellan Mobile pace.
Official placings, race 5, the Ganellan Mobile pace. 652-498. 652-498. Horse 6, Arden's Choice, pace the 2200 metres in 241.22. Mile rate of 157.9. Last 856.2 and the 427.2. The margins are half head, 4 1/4 lengths, 4 lengths. 652-498, race 5, the Ganellan Mobile pace.
The fanfare plays out for Arden's Choice, who picks up a performance incentive bonus tonight. Her third success here under the ribbon of light at Alexandra Park. Her 5th overall career win at start 27, raced by JR and Mrs. J.A. Stiven, along with LA and Mrs. L.J. Rose VR. Congratulations to you. Nice win, Pan Pacific Flight Winter Rose, brown 3-year-old filly, bred by the estate of Mrs. N.M. Stiven. Barry Purton, the trainer at Clevedon, and Zach Butcher back into the victory circle. Michael Doig and the team from Ganellan down there, part of the victory celebrations, along with race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, Roger Barnes. 5, Mr. Euroman goes down bravely. Aunt Major, Little Big Sister, 3-year-old Bay Gelding for GJ and Mrs. SL Rack. Tony Hurley, the trainer-driver, Papakura. 2 full speed ahead. Aunt Major, 5-year-old Bay Gelding, Adamahia Princess, raced by Mrs. GJ along with P.I. Kennard, MAR Kirkwood, DB Dean along with PJ Crichton and SWR Gillen. Michelle Wallace, Bernie Hackett trained at Waiuku, and Todd McFarlane. Arden's Choice will return for the win, $1.80, and for the place $1.10, 181.10. 5, Mr. Euroman, $1.50, 150 and 2 full speed ahead, $5.70, 5.70. Quinella, $2.90, $2.90. Trifecta, $86.20, $86.20 in the first 4, $316 even, $316. The early quaddie 3, No Way Else, 3 Temporale, 3 Janet Guthrie, and 6 Arden's Choice returns $218.90, $218.90, 3, 3, 3 and 6 in the early quaddie this evening. Race 6, the Lane Neve, www.laneneve.co.nz mobile trot over the 2200 metres. We scratch 1 very persuasive, 7 Foray, and a late scratching number 8 Mum's Pride. So we're down to a field of 5. No third place tote, dividend available. Harry Sill, number 6, $1.61, 55 Djokovic at 3.80 and 1.20, and 4 Charlemagne, 8.20 and 2.60 are the top 3 favourites. The 5 Square Gators in the feature trot tonight will get underway in 17 minutes' time.
Zone, Happy Wife was charging home. Happy Wife, Big Boy, should I say, Dream Zone very close there for third. Just in behind there we would have had also coming out of the pack was a second time. And Funky Freddy was just in behind that. There was Scooters Rose along there with Pink Shellac and a High Percentage. Funky Freddy actually has held on for fourth. Very close for second, but the one gets it, Big Boy Deno, and just drives the inside. Second's going to be very close. We had the 7 Dream Zone on the inside. Happy Wife was charging at it. Looks like 7's gone up, and it was the 8 Funky Freddy holding down fourth. Did actually call second time, but did have my eyes off that to fourth placing Funky Freddy, grabbing the fourth at 1, 7, 9 and 8. We'll just wait for that time to come back through from my director. 17, 79. Thanking you, Tony. And we'll just await for the splits to appear. Here's the margins. 1.5 a nose, 2 1/4. And Big Boy Deno picks up career win number 18 and win number 5 from box 1. And another one for Matt Roberts to beat the 7 Dream Zone, just holding down second, and Happy Wife charging into third for Lisa Ahern, 1, 7, 9 and 8. That'll take us on to the quaddie and the Meteor OPD Wanganui for the Class 4 sprinters once again. First leg of the quaddie here set to go at 8:26, and we have a hot favourite here at Addington, Greg, in race 6.
Yeah, we certainly do, Darryl. He's a very talented 3-year-old, Mr. Mojito, raced by the Butterworth Racing Syndicate. Megan Move on course tonight. Of course, they're here for the Harness Awards tomorrow night as well. They're looking forward to those. Natalie Rasmussen takes the drive. First standing start tonight. I have mentioned it earlier on. Natalie giving a 60 to 70% chance. Just a little bit worried about the horses running up and behind. Here's the way Craig and I thought the pick 6 might play out. Yes, you could anchor him. but it is a risk, even though he's that short. So I chucked in Woodley Legend. You could find a place for Happy Lou, even Stunning Dude. Harry Soul stands out, 178.35, then the string in the last two to give you a decent ride home. 4 minutes out from a start, the West Melton barn of Paul Court have a strong hand in this race with a couple of runners, and here's what Paul had to say about those.
Paul, I see you had a bit of a dabble as a trainer back in about 2007 and 8. Wasn't the most successful stint, but I tell you what, your first full season has been.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to have pretty good stock this year, and they've truly delivered for me, so it's been pretty good.
Are you a stats man? Did you set a goal and say, well, if I can get to that in my first season, I'd be pretty happy, or is it more about just taking as many wins as you possibly can?
It was actually more just about trying to be competitive in the group races, and I think I've sort of done that this year. I've had, like I say, I've had some nice stock, and but to get to 30 and then 32 is pretty good.
Yeah, all right. What about tonight? Couple of runners in race number 6. Courage to Live. Has he surprised you?
He has really. He's just really just stepped up every time we've raced him, and you take nothing away from him. He's done a pretty good job, and I actually give him a pretty good chance tonight. Obviously, Mark's one's going to be pretty hard to beat, but he's racing really well.
As is Stunning Dude. Couple of Blair Orange specials lately, but he has to come off the back mark today. What are your expectations?
Well, like I say, he's been racing really well too, and he begins pretty good, and like you say, Blair's been driving him a treat, so he's not here tonight, but we've got Bob on board, and you know, he's got a back mark of 20 metres, but I don't think it'll worry him too much. And to be honest, he's been racing probably weaker fields than he is tonight, but he'll probably be driven for a bit of luck.
Last of the team is Hilarious Magic in race number 9. Pretty good debut.
Yeah, he's gone pretty good. 2600 probably might have just found him out a wee bit, but we're throwing him in the 2,000 metre stand. Hope he begins well enough to be competitive.
Congratulations on the way things have gone. You certainly have been competitive at that group level, which I know was your goal. So, yeah, bring on the next season. You got a nice bunch of babies?
Yeah, very happy. A lot of Stunning Cullens, which are really showing up, and a few others as well. So, yeah, fingers crossed anyway.
And his biggest fan, of course, alongside him, their son Taylor, who plays for the Hornby Panthers, the 6-year-old grade. They take on the Yellow Tigers, the Papanui Tigers, tomorrow, and Taylor thinks I'll give him a bit of a touch-up too. So good luck to him, and good luck to his dad, who has done a great job. 32 wins in his first full season as an open trainer, and well done to him. Of course, previously trained with his father, Graham, and they had the 3-time New Zealand Cup winner in Terra to Love. How could we forget? Speaking of cups, cup nominations, Dominion, the Harass de Trotters Dominion, which has gone up to 260,000 nominations. Also for the Futurity, they close on the 10th of August. So Wednesday week, they close the early nominations for those big races. Go to addington.co.nz for all of your information there. You know, when the noms close, Mark, early in August, that we aren't that far away from the big dance again.
Are we expecting anything from left field? No Philadelphia man's targeting the race?
There was a suggestion. Well, someone wanted to back Mombay, but Greg Hope certainly put cold water on that very quickly. He won't be starting there. Just on Mr. Mojito too, 3,000 then 4,000 on him at the very short quote of $1.25, and he's heavily multied up here. But no, I don't really think there's anything outside of that. It'd be great to have Philadelphia man here. He's done a great job, of course, with the Emma Stewart team. So yeah, it'd be nice to see him here.
Yeah, here's the news through the week that they're going to target that over the Perth Inter Dominions and head across for NZ Cup week. But still plenty of racing to go between now and then, including a meeting here on Sunday too, with just the 8 races and a bit after 12 for the first. Nice early finish too, about 3:55 I think it is. Anyway, this is a good quality field, but all the money going the way of a horse that's never been off a stand under race conditions before. Mr. Mojito, he's 130 the tote, 125 the book. Gear adjustment completed on Highview, Freddie. Happy Lou, Provocative Prince, Mr. Mojito. Gold Cap, Ricky May, Courage to Live. White Cap, Bobby Butt with Stunning Dude. Courage to Live, another one about to make its stand debut. So the front row, the two of them, unknown from a stand. Those drawn in behind are as Kiwi as and Happy Lou inside the 10-metre area. So we'll keep a close eye on, in particular, Mr. Mojito with the support that he's had late at the start. Courage to Live, 1-2 from its last 3. Beat Let's Spend a Night Together up at Blenheim. And then was too good, of course, for TRIFECTA at Ashburton last time. And TRIFECTA's come out and won tonight. It's Kiwi Yaz, Happy Lou, Mr. Mojito, Flying Heather. Highview Freddie, Stunning Dude. Provocative Prince makes his racetrack reappearance this evening. And they're pretty close for race number 6 at the Addington Raceway. Tapes are back and they're racing. And Mr. Mojito paced straight to the lead. Star Fantasy's galloping around a little bit, and Courage to Live is pacing, but just a little off balance. Star Fantasy's really rolled into a bad break now. Mr. Mojito is going to lead comfortably. Margins 2.5 on his Kiwi Yaz. Buzzed up to hold the trail and keep Happy Lou parked. Woodley Legend 3 back the inside, and Danek away is Courage to Live. 1.5 length Provocative Prince from Flying Heather. 3 wide Stunning Dude drifting back. And it leads over onto the back of Highview Freddie and about 4 lengths to Star Fantasy. It's Mr. Mojito and Natalie Rasmussen out by 1.5 lengths. Second is Kiwi Yaz and 1.5 lengths away third Woodley Legend. Happy Lou's 2 back fourth and dropping to the inside now. Further 2 lengths to Flying Heather. Courage to Live parked in front of Provocative Prince. 3 lengths to Highview Freddie, 2 lengths to Stunning Dude, and 2 lengths away last to Star Fantasy. It'd have to be the best part of maybe 15, 16, 17 lengths off the leader, which is this short price favourite, Mr. Mojito, at the 1800. Second is Kiwi Yaz, and 2 lengths away third Woodley Legend. A further 2 back fourth is Happy Lou. Parked up is Courage to Live around Flying Heather from Provocative Prince. 3 lengths to Highview Freddie, 2 lengths to Stunning Dude, and a couple to Star Fantasy. Near the 1,500 metre mark goes Mr. Mojito. His first look at the stand, and he began with aplomb. He leads by 1.5 lengths. The lead time 1:18.7. Leaders back running second as Kiwi Yaz, Woodley Legend 3 pegging third. Parked up next on the outside row is Courage to Live. Happy Lou 4 back the markers, trailed down there by Flying Heather. The fresh up Provocative Prince a length to the outside of her. 2 lengths to Highview Freddie, 1.5 lengths Stunning Dude, and 2 to Star Fantasy, and they've got short of a round to go now, where the leader is Mr. Mojito, looking for an all-of-the-way win for favourite punters. 31-2, the opening section. Second is Kiwi Yaz, and Park now Woodley Legend came away from the inside to avoid a pocket. Happy Lou 3 back the pegs, 1.5 lengths to Courage to Live. Running line cover for the first time now he has. 4 back the inside. Flying Heather, 1/2 length Provocative Prince to Highview Freddie. 1.5 Stunning Dude, and 1.5 lengths away last to Star Fantasy. 750 metres to go. And it's Mr. Mojito by 1.5 lengths Woodley Legend. As Kiwi Yaz await use of the Terror to Love at Pineleaf Farm passing lane. 4th Courage to Live around Happy Lou. Provocative Prince covers Flying Heather to Highview Freddie. 1.5 Stunning Dude, 1.5 Star Fantasy. 30-7 the second quarter. 61.9 for the half, and Mr. Mojito, he's had it good in the lead. Leads 1.5 lengths over Woodley Legend as Kiwi has lost the trail. Courage to Live fourth. Leaders got them in bother here. Then Happy Lou and Provocative Prince. Mr. Mojito turns in. 28.5 the third quarter. Leads in by 2 lengths Woodley Legend. Then as Kiwi has followed across then by Courage to Live and Happy Lou, but it's all Mr. Mojito. 100 metres left to go. He's out by 3. Woodley Legend as Kiwi Yaz. They're vying for the minor prize, but Mr. Mojito, it's E for easy. He has won by 3 3/4 over Woodley Legend as Kiwi Yaz and Happy Lou. Stunning Dude laid into 5th from Flying Heather, Provocative Prince, and then Courage to Live, Highview Freddie, and last in a Star Fantasy. Number 1, Mr. Mojito, Natalie Rasmussen. $1.30 into $1.10. He was home a long way out. 8 Woodley Legend second at $3.20. 3 is Kiwi Yaz, $7.20. The Butterworth Racing Syndicate to the 4 here, now 4 from 6. Last quarter's 27.3, last mile 157.7, and has won the prize easily. And you knew you were home at the 350 metre mark, Greg. There was Woodley Legend flat out doing his best. He was trying hard, Woodley Legend, but just couldn't match it with the leader as Kiwi has lost the trail, and there was nothing making any ground, and that didn't change all of the run home.
Mark, that race was over 20 metres after the start. The only question mark about this guy was whether he'd step. Well, he stepped like an old pro. He's bolted in here. The 3-year-old by Real Desire. Out of the in-the-pocket mare, Wanaka Bay. Raced by Mervyn Meg. Butterworth win 4 at start number 6. And he could not have been more impressive. That'll be penalty-free, of course, so he remains at the C2 grade And he beats a brave Woodley Legend who had to sit outside him the last lap as Kiwi As in the trail. So those horses that settled 1, 2, 3, that is where they've ended up. And Happy Lou actually settled 4th defence. Judges call and then to Craig Thompson.
Mr. Mojito, second 8 Woodley Legend, and third 3 as Kiwi As. 4th has gone to 4 Happy Lou from 10 Stunning Dude and 6 Provocative Prince. 1, 8, 3, 4, 10, 6. The margins 4 3/4 lengths. A nose 1.5 lengths, 3/4 of a length. The winner's time was 3:16.2, a mile rate of 2:01.4. The last 855.4, last 427.1.
So Mr. Mojito carries many of the pick six punters through in the first leg of the Turbo Pick Six tonight and paid 130.110. Woodley Legend 320 as Kiwi As 720. Quinella paid $8.60. Trifecta 141.30. The first 4 1, 8, 3 and 4. Happy Lou runs 4th, $859. That completed the double and the treble. The double paid $2.50. The concession $26.70 and the treble on 2, 3 and 1 $45.50. That's the first leg of the pick six. How many live? Be plenty. 156,000 live going into leg number 2, which is the next at Alexandra Park, and we're only 2.5 minutes out. That horse on screen is your hot favourite, Harry Sull. His driver Todd McFarlane. Todd, you've had a couple of drives on Harry Sull. Very good last week. Unfortunately for the club, they lost a couple here in Foray and Mum's Pride. Probably to your advantage.
Yeah, I mean, a smaller field always helps. It's less to get around or to beat. You know, he got tripped up a little bit first start behind the mobile, but that was second row. So tonight, you know, we're drawing the front row, and the way he went last time, you know, he feels like quite a nice horse.
Looks like he can do it a little bit tough too, Todd. I mean, he had to get outside them the other night and he just kept on trucking. It feels like, you know, if you keep asking him, you keep finding?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it was a pretty versatile run last time, and, you know, he's that sort of horse. He keeps giving, and, you know, it's a similar sort of horses that he beat last time, so there's no reason why he can't carry on that way.
Yeah, most of this field definitely he beat last time and had to give them a bit of a handicap advantage too, because that was a stand. Tonight's a mobile. He did have a gallop 2 starts ago from the mobile, but that was his first start here. I think he's learned a lot more. And being a longer trip, the 2,200 metres than the 1,700 in the mobile the first time, I think will suit him a lot better tonight. He'll be able to work into the race when he wants to, Harry Sull, and he's $141, and many of the pick sixes will be anchoring him tonight. The danger is that horse on screen, Djokovic. He's a Jekyll and Hyde horse. He's one of those horses, when he's on his game, he's very, very hard to beat. Last 2 starts have been just fair with him, but they've driven him in behind and back in the field. He has won doing that, but predominantly throughout his career he's been on the speed. Tonight, from barrier number 4, luck may look to go forward. He did with Tereskova early in the night. Djokovic, your second favourite, 3:32.10. Best of the rest for me, Bobby Breen. I thought galloped into the passing lane last week when looking like he was going to run in the money for Zach Butcher. Andre Patama back on board tonight. Good second behind Harry Sull here 2 starts ago. That's good form here. For me, it's 6, 5 and 2, 6, 5 and 3 in the trot. Next best would be Charlemagne. Aaron's numbers, he's with 6 on top as well to beat the 5. Aaron, as I come to you, $1.50 for Harry Sull. He had to sit parked outside many of these last start, but he was far too good for them.
Yeah, and should be far too good again tonight. They've got to go collect gelding on the back of that win. And as we heard there from Todd, just caught out off the second row over the 1,700 metres from the mobile 2 starts ago. It was still a solid effort in behind 4-8. And if Harry Sull does win here, of course, we'll see many of those 156,679 live in pick 6 going into the third leg. But yeah, 6 clearly on top. 5 Djokovic, mobile conditions will always suit. May have just gone off the boil in his last couple. Of course, he strung together those good victories prior to a second 3 starts ago and behind 4A from behind the mobile. The 2 Monsignor, all of his form's been left-handed winning form, that is. It was an all-right run here, fresh up. Todd Mitchell for Brendan Schumacher and the 3. The 5 square gators for our feature trot tonight. The Lane Neve at laneneve.co.nz. Finish without a hitch with the Lane Neve legal team. Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, Queenstown. And laneneve.co.nz. Harry Sull is the warm order at $1.40 on the win. Money back for the place. Trained by David and Claire McGowan, and Todd McFarlane will do the driving. So they swing into the lane, 2,200 metres. Lane Neve at laneneve.co.nz. Green lights up. Harry Sell's been taken off the arm, will be clearly the last on settling. Djokovic, Bobby Breen first two out, with back on the inside Monsignor trying to hold up to get the trail behind Djokovic and will succeed. They're followed then by Charlemagne and 4 lengths away Harry Sell. 1,900 metres left to go as they scoot around the stables corner, and Djokovic with a wing on every hoof leads by 4 from Monsignor, and up over on the outside Bobby Breen. Andre Potama obliged to sit parked at this stage of the race as they turn up into the back. Charlemagne eases away from the markers to connect on the back of Bobby Breen, and Harry Soul back last. 1,600 to go in the Lane Neve at laneneve.co.nz trot. Lead time 42.4. Good lead time for the Square Gators, and it is Djokovic to bring them off the back by a couple. Bobby Breen on the outside. Back the inside is Monsignor. They're followed by Charlemagne 1-1, and Harry Soul on the back of Charlemagne. They sweep across the showgrounds turn, and Djokovic, the son of Sundom, the 5-year-old, will bring them into the lane with a lap and a quarter left to go. Up on the outside, been parked throughout, as Bobby Breen back on the inside to Monsignor. Then Charlemagne, Bobby Breen trying to get down into the trail here behind Djokovic, the opening quarter 31, and they're followed by Harry Soul. Judge Bellin 1 to go. Djokovic leads. Well, Bobby Breen, he tried very hard to get onto the back of Djokovic, but through on the inside, Monsignor will hold him out. Then Charlemagne in the 1-1, and Harry Sell being patiently handled by the Mac attack. Todd McFarlane back last as they put the stables behind them, 8.50 out. Djokovic, the second quarter to be cut out in 31.2 from Bobby Breen, who does now drop down to the trail. Then Charlemagne, Harry Sell as Monsignor is dropping out. Through the back they go, 6.50 out from the judge, and Djokovic leads. Charlemagne moves up to be second now to the leader's wheel. Back on the inside then Bobby Breen. Harry Sell only 2 lengths off the lead and travelling beautifully for McFarlane as they turn off the back. Monsignor's gone. Djokovic 4.50 out from Charlemagne. Harry Sell now extends fully. Back straight quarter and 28.9 off stride there was Bobby Breen, but it's Djokovic, Charlemagne and Harry Sell. This trio, they'll fight out the victory as they come for home in the Lane Neve. Djokovic, Charlemagne, Harry Sell, he's coming strongly down the outside, but Charlemagne's gone to Djokovic. Harry Sell, he's finding it hard to get to Charlemagne. 100 to go. Charlemagne, Harry Sell, he starts to knuckle down. Charlemagne, Harry Sell on the outside, another close go. Harry Sell will just get up. Another half-head finish, I say, over Charlemagne. Then Djokovic, Monsignor will get through to run fourth in front of Bobby Breen. 2:43.4. 29.6. Might have to have a look into the record books on that time. That won't be too far outside of I Can Do's its record, I'd say, for 2,200 metres. 2:43.4. One of the quicker times we've seen for Square Gators. Hence why it's taken Harry Sell the length of the home straight to get over the top of Charlemagne. Djokovic in for third. Harry Sell just in the shadows of the post. Charlemagne, gutsy run. He'll go down half ahead. Djokovic for third. Monsignor was beaten a long way from home, but he's got underneath Bobby Breen to make up the first four in the lane. Neve.co.nz trot.
Official placings race 6, the Lane Neve, www.laneneve.co.nz mobile trot. 64523, 64523. Horse 6, Harry Soul, trotted the 2200 metres from a mobile start in a very good time of 243.37, a mile rate of 159.5. Last 858.6 and the 429.6. The margins are short head. 2 1/4 lengths, 35 lengths, 64523, race 6, the laneneve.co.nz mobile trot.
Just a couple of tenths outside of I Can Do's. It's a track and national 2200 metre mark. Harry Soul back at the head of the field, and that's career win 9 at start 27. David and Claire McGowan trained at Pukekohe, and Todd McFarlane, the Mac Attack, back at the head of the field, raced by RJ Shaw along with breeder KR Gardner. Harry Soul, a nice win here of our feature trot tonight. Michael Wolfe and the team from Lane Neve down there, part of the victory celebrations. Gordon Robertson, race night steward of the Auckland Trotting Club, also in attendance. For Charlemagne, Gallanton defeat the Earl, Lady Odette, 8-year-old Brown Gelding for CJ and the estate of the late R.M. Butler. Colin Butler trained at Cambridge, Joshua Dickey, and 5 Djokovic, Sundon Levinsky, 5-year-old Bay Gelding. Their third, Dr. Alias Chin, the estate of Miss J.R. Anderson, C. Heberley and R.J. Erickson, the owners. Luck Chin, the year trainer-driver out of Tamaheri. 6, Harry Soul. $1.20 the win, $1.10 the place, $1.21.10. 4 Charlemagne, $3 even, 3 even. 5 Djokovic, no third. Quinella, $4.30, $4.30. Trifecta, $9.70, $9.70. In the first 4, $20.20, $20.20. 6 and 6 in the double. Arden's Choice and Harry Soul returns $2.40. $2.40, 6-4 Charlemagne concession, $7.30, $7.30 middle treble tonight, 3 Temporale, make that 3 Janet Guthrie, 6 Arden's Choice and 6 Harry Soul, 3, 6 and 6, $72.40, $72.40. Race 7 is the Reesby and Company Mobile Pace over the 1700 metres to open the late quaddie, and also a further double, $4,500 currently in the late quaddie pool, just a field of 5. And New Year's J number 3, $1.50's come up the early favourite. Hug the Wind at Stablemate number 5 at $4. $8.20 about Hank Bromack, the 2. One better's pocket at $8.30. Those are the win prices. No third tote dividend available in race 7. That's time to go in 21 minutes time at 8:46.
I think Bill Hodgson's sort of looking to get out wide. She races well when she gets out wider and always seems to be squeezing up with the squeeze out draws at this stage, just Spirit Run. But if she gets her own way and gets a good run through, she will be flying home for sure. Big Time Red Foo were recently coming up with that Class 3 win here last week, finishing over the top of Cranky Pants, and another one that was always going to get back to at this grade, and we'll find it a bit tougher. Not such a good draw, but good to see Big Time Red Foo in winning form. It's the lovely for Darcy Potaram and Kelly Gommans also looking for their second win for the night, along with Adam Jenkins, and It's the Lovely has come down to Class 4 after taking on the Class 5s 3 starts ago, a Class 3 and 4, and it will find this probably a bit easier than some recent assignments. Has got that very good record. It's the Lovely. She's got a bit of speed, but just may find at 1 or 2 a bit sharper. But has been kept quite safe in the market. $7.50. Boston Lightning also here for Angela Turnwald, and has dropped down to Class 3 for this. And it will need a bit of luck from the 3, but we'll see how they go. The 2 downgraders out wide. Wild Effective and Far